Happy Sunday to y'all. Hope you're having a good day. Beginning of the week. Those of you who are going to be joining us live right now, thank you. Hello. We got a cool couple things to talk about today. So I'm just going to wait for a couple people to get in the chat here before we get started. Awesome. Hopefully y'all are going to have an amazing, productive week. Let's see. Just got to make sure it's not too glary. Awesome. So yeah, also want to say thank you for all the new subscribers I have. You know, our next goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm still gonna do 5 push-ups for every new subscriber we get. So make sure y'all put everyone who's going to already, if not, a subscribe, so that way I can do the push-ups for y'all. All right, I'm just gonna be waiting for a couple more people here. All right. Oh, actually, I'll get started right now. Okay, cool. So today we're going to be covering on how to get big arms, especially if you're training at home. Okay, so it's very important. We got a couple different things to talk about. So, because a lot of people don't have the knowledge or just simply don't know what to do, or even basically the process, or nutrition wise, or even workout wise. Okay. Just trying to get the camera in ready. Usually people start joining after about like a minute or so, but it's fine. Not a big deal. Okay, so the arm formula I'm going to be giving y'all. Okay, so first thing is you could train your arms every 48 hours, which is very, very cool. Arms are one of the very few muscle groups that you could do training every 2 days. It's not like chest or back, so it's a little bit different. Okay, all right, so that's the very first thing. Is you could train arms Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every 2 days. It's not bad at all. Just making sure the chat is cool. All right. Sorry if I'm squinting a little bit tough to see with the glare. Okay, cool. All right, so that's what we're going to be covering today. First part is you could train arms every 48 hours. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever is going to be your most productive days. Okay, hello to everybody who's going to be joining. Appreciate y'all. Hopefully you're having a happy, enjoyable Sunday. Okay, I'm going to get things kicked off for y'all at the beginning of the week. Okay, so that's the very first thing. Train arms every 48 hours. Okay, if you don't know what workouts to do, just subscribe to my channel. I have plenty of arm workouts for y'all. That way y'all can have some kind of basis on what to do. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is supersets. Okay, so one thing that's going to help you grow your arms very, very fast and very productively is supersetting. If you don't know what supersetting is combining 2 workouts at the same time without resting in between. Okay, what's up, Nathan? How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Okay, awesome. Happy Sunday to y'all. You know, so that's the next part we're covering is supersets. So superset is very, very ideal for y'all to gain a lot of mass, to make your arms grow, whether it's the biceps or triceps. It's very, very important. Okay, doing good. Awesome. Hope you're having a good day. Okay, so yeah, supersets is the second thing I want to be able to cover with y'all. And also in the workouts I have in the videos, if you don't know what to do, I have plenty of superset options as well. Let me see. Supersets are fun. Can get the whole week. Can get the whole workout done much quicker. Yeah, you're exactly right. Absolutely. It saves you so much time, it's not even funny. Also, your gains increase dramatically. Move a little bit here so that way you can see. So yeah, your gains increase dramatically if you start doing supersets. Okay, so that's the first thing, 2 things we talked about. Every 48 hours you can work out arms, and supersetting is a great way to maximize your gains. Okay, the third thing we're going to talk about is nutrition. It's protein and calories. So this part I'm going to highlight extra. Okay, this is actually one, if not the most important. Okay, protein and calories. Okay, so if you don't have enough protein, you don't have enough calories in your diet or meal plan, it doesn't matter how much you work out your arms, they're not going to grow. Okay, it's very, very important, if not the most important part of the lesson. Okay, let me see What y'all are saying? Big bro, great muscles. Oh, thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. Okay. So yes, protein and calories. All right. So if you don't know how much protein you're supposed to have, because everybody's body weight and height is different, no matter who's in here, you can honestly ask ChatGPT. Okay. Ask ChatGPT. Basically, put on your app, put your height, your weight, and how much protein you need per day to be able to grow your arms. Okay. Obviously, I can't tell you all that because every single person's different, height, weight, age. So that's what's going to very much give you your answers you need. So this is very, very important and very, very critical. Okay. What are y'all saying? High weights. I'm back. Hey, what's up, Brian? How are you? Okay. So yes, very, very important is protein and calories. Okay. It doesn't matter how much you're training, even if it's 3 days a week, it's very important. This will help you grow your arms if you're not already doing so. Okay. The fourth topic is we're going to be talking is progressive overload. So a lot of times people don't know what progressive overload means. Is basically every single week you're going to be doing a little bit more. So when I used to be lazy, I used to think I can memorize how many sets, how many reps I've done for every single workout. No, it's not going to be helpful and truthful. Why? Because your brain sometimes plays tricks on you. You may forget. You may think you did more. You may think you did less. So what I recommend doing for y'all is every week you write stuff down. So week also stands for write. Write down how many sets you did, how many reps, and the next week you just do a little bit more. Okay, that's how you have progressive overload. Do like an extra set more, an extra rep more. That way you keep growing. Okay, it's very, very important because doing the same workouts every single week is not going to help you get bigger arms if they're always exactly the same. So you want it to be a little bit more of the same workouts, either more reps or more sets. Okay, so that's why it's very, very important to increase that every single week, just by a little bit. Write it down so it can help you keep track. Okay, that's very important. So after about 8 weeks is where you change these up. That's why I have it written down. 8 weeks you change your workouts because your body's very, very, I would say, amazing in a way. You get used to workouts, you get used to the same kind of structure. So every 8 weeks, you want to change things up. That's why I put the C there, change. So even after you're doing progressive overloading, after about 8 weeks, you start kind of get used to it. But basically, the problem people have is even if you keep increasing your reps or your sets, and you keep doing progressive overload, it will eventually get to a point where you stop growing. Where like, yeah, you're gonna gain strength, or you're gonna gain endurance and stamina along with explosion. Okay. However, for your mass to keep growing, you're gonna want to usually change things up every 8 weeks. Okay. Let's see what questions y'all got. Looking yoked, thank you. Is this gym bro math? No, not at all. At all. Hilarious. Evening, friend. Hope you're having a good day. Okay. Loken, looking good. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate you. Okay, so yeah, those are all in the chat. Type of one if you're working out arms, okay, but type of two if you're not doing it 3 days a week, okay. Everyone who's joining the chat, what we talked about earlier is muscle arms are one of the muscle groups you can work out every 3 days. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can work out arms and it feels amazing. It feels great. It gets you motivated. It's very, very fun. So yeah, every 3 days you could do that, or basically even if it's like 2 days at least. But yeah, 48 hours is typically the usual enough time for your arms to already recover because the muscle groups are way different than back or legs or chest, anything like that. Okay, so those are basically the things I wanted to talk about. Uh, who here missed the beginning? Type in the chat really quick. No one is here because they can't afford OF. Okay, bye bye. All right, Nathan. Hope you're having a good day. People are definitely here for the math. Yeah, I appreciate it. What's up, Cold? Hope you're having a good day. you know. So yeah, that's basically the big nitty gritty of what I wanted to cover. And y'all can, if y'all have any questions about anything else with like gaining muscle, nutrition wise, type in the chat so I'll be able to ask you the questions live, answer the questions live. Okay, but that's basically the sum of the lesson today. Arms very important. I'll just give you all the skinny again. Every 48 hours you can work out arms. Two supersets. Supersets very important. Combining two workouts together without rest. So let's say a good example is doing push-ups and then chair dips, one after another, and then you rest afterwards. That's how you're gonna get a lot of gains. Okay. Three, if not the most important of the whole lesson, is protein and calories. Okay. Doesn't matter how much you work out your arms, if you don't have enough protein, you don't have calories in the diet, you're not gonna grow. Doesn't matter if you did a million sets, million reps, these are, if not the most important. Okay. And then last but not least is progressive overload. So every single week, you want to increase your reps just by a little bit or sets just by a little bit. And after 8 weeks, you change things up. There's plenty of arm workouts there. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, already subscribe. I have plenty of arm workouts, you know. And also, if you have already subscribed during this live, put in the chat really quick so I can do 5 push-ups for every new subscriber. Our goal is now to hit 1K, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all help get halfway to 500. So make sure y'all put in the chat every time there's a new subscriber. That way I can do 5 push-ups. And then I'm going to start doing what y'all told me to do. I'm going to start practicing the one-arm handstands like Vegeta. So I appreciate y'all. Okay, cool. Missed opportunity for that to stand for Super Saiyan instead of Super Saiyan. That's hilarious. Thank you. You know, but not. So this is an anime fitness community. Unfortunately, not every anime fan knows about Dragon Ball Z. Some grew up with, you know, Demon Slayer. I'll say JJK. There's a bunch of different animes out there. I subscribed. Awesome. Cool, Dustin. Cool. So we gotta do 5 push-ups for you. We got you. Cool. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in case I miscounted. All right, cool. All right. Awesome, awesome. So yeah, if y'all have any questions about fitness or anything like that, make sure y'all drop it in the chat. Okay. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all. So that's basically my goal is, and that's the purpose of this channel. If you like anime and you want to get an anime physique, if you don't know how this man served our country, Panda. Yeah, I did 8 years in the Marine Corps. Thank you for bringing that up, Panda. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, that's basically the purpose of this channel. If you like anime, you want to get an anime physique, please subscribe and drop in the chat that you subscribed. So I do 5 push-ups for every new subscriber. I'm still dreading because I know exactly this is going to happen. One day I'm going to get like 1,000 subscribers one day, and then I'm going to have to do like 5,000 push-ups. I'm ready for it. I'm excited. Yeah, you're welcome. Broly's the legendary Super Saiyan. You're right, absolutely. Don't like anime, but I want their physique. Cool. Or I could mail you a red crayon. Hilarious. Dude, someone told me the other day I got my physique just from eating crayons. So, dude, I wasn't even mad at them. I was kind of laughing. One time I was inside Navy Federal, and on the table they had crayons and Monster. It was like the perfect Marine trap, literally at the table. No wonder they were getting all the Marines. So, I appreciate it. Also, all right, Jonathan, cool. All right, 5 push-ups for you, big dog. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. Okay. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you. That was a trap for real. I do know it totally was a trap. Yeah. One of the funniest things I've seen inside a bank, to be honest with y'all. Okay. Man of his word. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. You know, I appreciate all the new subscribers we had, especially yesterday. Thank you guys so much. Y'all got us to 500. Now our next goal is to 1K. All right. So that was the purpose of my stream. If y'all kind of joined a little bit late, just easy, short answer. Train your arms every 48 hours because this is one of the cool muscle groups you could do. Superset your workouts. So put 2 workouts together and then rest. Protein and calories, like I said, most important at all. It doesn't matter how much you train, You need to have the protein and the calories for you able to grow. If you don't know how much protein or calories you need, just ask ChatGPT. Just put in your age, your height, your weight, and tell exactly how much protein you need. Ask it how much protein you need. That way you know how much to take. And then fourth one, like I said, progressive overload. Basically, every single week you want to do a little bit more reps or a little more sets. Use like some kind of a notepad. Let me see. Notepad to write stuff down, to write down like how many sets or reps you did, and then just increase it a little bit every week. Okay. Then after about 8 weeks, you change up the workouts. Okay. That way your body doesn't do what's called plateau. Plateauing means you still have the same results. So doing the same workouts, reps, but you're not really gaining much mass or much progress. Okay, so that's called plateauing. Usually the solution is just change it up every 8 weeks. Okay. So thank you. All right, fine, Cole. Chest. All right, back at you. All right, cool. Chest to ground. Easy peasy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In case I miscounted. Got you, bro. Okay. Cool. All right. Have you done 300 kilograms? Where's the cake? This ain't Cheesecake Factory. What are you talking about? Thank you, Master Coach, saying I will follow this plan word for word. Absolutely. Yeah, buddy. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I appreciate y'all. Okay. So, yeah, any other questions y'all have about how to gain mass, how to lose weight, how to lose fat, drop it in the chat so I'll be able to help y'all. Okay. That's the purpose of my channel. If you haven't already subscribed, I have plenty of workouts on my channel y'all could do. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner. It doesn't matter if you're an expert. I have a Never Gymless series from day 1 all the way down to day 32. And you can start whatever day you want. Okay. The only rep you don't grow from is the rep you don't do. I got you. Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that because you could do a bunch of reps, but it doesn't mean you'll grow. Okay. Especially like, for example, if you're used to doing 20, 30 push-ups and you do it every single day, it's not progressive overload. You need to have, the biggest part is you need to keep challenging yourself. Challenging yourself is very, very important. Okay. So if your body, because our bodies are very awesome, they can adjust fairly quickly. For example, like if you're good at running, eventually you'll get to the point where you can run long, long distances or very fast distances. But you have to keep challenging yourself to be able to get better and improve. Okay. I'm skinny. I eat 2,500 calories a day, which is a lot for me, but I'm not gaining weight. Okay. Lose belly fat. All right, cool. You're rocking a plank in the back. Huh. Okay. All right, let's answer one question at a time. Lose belly fat, easy peasy. What you have to do is start working out every day, doing like fasting cardio, staying consistent, and make sure you substitute your snacks with either water or honey and fruit. Those are good ways to lose belly fat. Okay. Dorky for Duking for fish is the healthiest thing you could do for your body. What's the best exercise for getting rid of the fat on the back of your arms? Okay, cool. So a lot of were you in the Marines? Yes, I did 8 years in the Marine Corps. Okay, so getting rid of the fat of the back of your arms honestly is more tricep workouts. So either doing like a good one is chair dips. Chair dips is a good way to do to get rid of the fat. But honestly, as you work out more, it's gonna go away. So the more workouts you do for your arms, the more the fat's gonna basically get replaced with muscle. It's not just gonna disappear, it's just gonna basically change how it looks. Okay. So doing push-ups is very good, like elbow and push-ups. So that way instead of your arms going like this on a push-up, your elbows go like this. Okay. So that works out the back part. That way you get more tricep activation than other different kind of push-ups. And then put them together and doing dips. If you subscribe to my channel, I have plenty of arm workouts you could do and just basically just watch through them. Doesn't matter what day. I have it usually in the thumbnail, instantly like, hey, do this for enemy arms. That way you have plenty of options on which workouts you can do for arms. There's not a specific exercise that'll be only to get rid of the back of your arm fat. It's just honestly consistency. So consistency is the biggest piece of advice I have to let y'all know for you to reach your goals. So if you want to get your arms big, you want them more toned, it's consistent. If you do arm workouts for only once or maybe twice or even 3 times a month, it's gonna be completely different versus you do it for 12 times for months on end. If you do 3, 4, 5, 6 months, it's way better than doing it 3 or 4 times a month. Okay, so you want to do it, be consistent, do it every single week. That way, it'll help you with consistency. A good way to stay consistent: you phone a friend, talk to somebody. That way, they'll help you be accountable. Okay. Were you in the? Yeah, someone asked me already. I was gonna recommend chocolate milk, but if not, I feel bloated. I try to increase my calories more, but I literally can't get 300 a day without feeling bloated or sick. Okay, all right. So increase your calories without feeling bloated and sick. Okay, so a solution would be smoothies. Smoothies. That sounds like more like you have a digestive problem. My girlfriend has the same thing after she had her gallbladder removed. Excuse me 1 second. Okay. So drinking liquid calories would be probably be your ideal solution, so that way you don't feel bloated or sick. Like fruits, putting protein in there, milk, drinking it up will make sure you're having not too much of a bloatation problem. Okay. Also chewing your food. Honestly, I read a bunch of times you have to chew your food about 20, 30 times before you swallow. That actually can help digestion. Very, very big deal. Okay. Also, once you start consistently working out and exercising, it's gonna speed up your metabolism normally, and then you're gonna feel more hungry afterwards. Okay. All right. Let's see. Says Deca, eat as much as you want. That's it. That's the key. Ha! Those are like steroids, man. I've heard of Deca. Awesome. Okay. But yeah, that's the solution I have for you for cold. Just start eating liquid calories. Basically like smoothies, things like that. Put protein in there. That'll help you get a bunch of calories in without feeling too bloated and you feel too heavy. Okay. Is honey actually good on the diet? I hear mixed answers. Honey's amazing. I did a whole live stream about it. So honey is what's called a clean sugar. Clean sugars are ones that like are good for you, like fruit, but you got to be careful because a lot of stores they have basically honey they add sugar into, so you don't want that kind. I recommend go to like a local farmers market. You could just Google farmers markets in your area for wherever you live. That way you could get honey that's not overly sugared. Like basically they add it. A good way to recognize is that if they have the honeycomb inside the jar or the container that they sell you the honey, that's how you know it's like actual legit honey. You know, when my girlfriend dropped me off some honey the other day, it had big honeycomb and also tastes amazing. Okay, so just locally, just Google, find local farmers markets. That way you could get actual honey. Honey will be a great solution for if you have cravings throughout the day and you can't really afford to buy fruit or if it's like not readily accessible for y'all. So honey is what you call the nectar of the gods. You can literally eat honey every day. Okay, cool. All right, go to bed for school. Awesome. All right, Cole. Hope you have a good day, brother. Is a honey just bee vomit? I've never heard of that before. No. Do you leg kick? I've done leg kicks before. Like, you mean like leg kicks like high, like that? Or you mean leg kicks like like that? Depends what kind of leg kicks you do. Okay, remember me. Yeah, I'll remember you, Cole. Awesome. All right, cool. Let's see, my man. We definitely don't have enough fitness influencers. Awesome. All right, Lewis. Thank you. Honey is good for avoiding crash. Yes, absolutely. If you're having energy crash or anything like that. So yeah. Anyways, the purpose of my channel, guys, are if you like anime, you want to get anime physique. That's my goal here is to help y'all. I think it's royal jelly. That's bee vomit. Goku Vegeta. Vegeta all day. So this is a great topic I want to talk to y'all about. First of all, my favorite is Vegeta. Why? Because he trains so damn hard. Yeah, Goku does too, but it's just different. I'm more of a fan of Vegeta. Put it in the chat y'all's favorite anime character and why. I want to see like who do y'all think has the best physique, and I want to hear what the discussion is. And then give me about 5 seconds. Well, let's say 1 minute real quick. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to use the restroom real quick. All right, cool. Attack on Titan build or Armor Titan build? That's a good question. I need to work out, but it's 9:30. I go to bed at 10:30. What do I do? You go work out. Easy. Go work out and go to bed afterwards. You know, especially if you do supersetting. If you superset, it'll cut your workout time usually by about half. Okay. So if it's 9:30, go work out and then go to bed. You know, everybody got the same 24 hours a day. You either wake up earlier before you go to work or school and then go afterwards. Okay. Awesome. Absolutely. You got time to go work out, man. You know, subscribe to my channel, and that way you got plenty of workouts y'all could do. To answer your question, I was a big fan of the Armor Titan build. I think it was pretty beast, you know, versus like Aaron's Attack on Titan build. He was more like skinny versus like bulky, you know. Why work out when you can work in? Well, yeah. Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob SquarePants, the show. That's hilarious. Very, very funny, guys. I appreciate y'all. Put in the chat what y'all got planned for this week. Okay, if you're gonna start working out, put a 1 in the chat. Okay. Also, the next subscriber I get, I'm gonna do handstand push-ups instead of regular push-ups. Okay. So next new subscriber we get, put in the chat that you subscribe. I'm gonna do handstand push-ups. I got actually challenged to doing that yesterday. All right. What the fuck do you eat to bulk? Smaller humans. I subbed. Okay. Psh, all right. Cool. All right. That was fast. Okay. So I got 2 subs. All right. So handstand push-ups first. So I guess we gotta make sure y'all can see. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. Handstand push-ups. All right. Let's do it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. That's for the 2 subs. Now I'm not gonna do more than that because that gets me a little bit of a head rush. All right, cool. I'm gonna do burpees with you. Hell yeah, awesome, awesome. Also, this is AI as fuck, dude. What is AI about this, Sean? Y'all are hilarious. It's yeah, y'all. That's a new one. I've been accused of steroids. I've been accused, but I didn't get accused of AI. Y'all are way too hilarious. Okay. So no, there's nothing AI about this. All right, cool. Let's go back to that dude's question. All right, his question was, what can he eat to bulk? All right, I'm gonna answer that question real quick. So to bulk, you're gonna need high protein meals. All right. Well, this is actually very good too because this does go on to getting arm workouts. So absolutely. So okay, so good some suggestions I recommend for high protein meals. Okay, tuna. Oh, this marker sucks. Give me a second. Where's the other one I had? All right, so let me see, make sure this works. All right, cool. So tuna. Tuna is a good high protein meal. About 2 cans. If each can's about 32, 36 grams of protein, 2 cans usually make up to almost 65 to 70, 72 grams. So tuna is a good high protein meal if you want to bulk. Sardines, those are another good high protein meal. Salmon would be another good suggestion. Steak, a lot of S's here. Okay. Chicken, obviously. Uh, Beef, like ground beef. Me, I'm not really a fan of ground beef because I just don't like the way it tastes. But every person's different. Okay. Eggs. Those are things I recommend to eat. Egg whites, you could actually buy them in a liquid form. Okay, like at the store. So I think about $8. Okay. So those are a few bulking meals you could do. And of course, there's protein shakes. Okay, protein shakes is if you're on the go, if you have trouble cooking your meals, things like that. So those are what I recommend for bulking. Okay. All right. So, and those are all very, very good and beneficial in case y'all also want to grow your arms too. All right. Let's see what y'all put. Enjoying too many snacks, unfortunately. Try some ramen with chorizo broth and scoop. I haven't tried that. Doritos, no, not at all. If you're in jail, be prepared, man. Ramen noodles with tuna fish, peanut butter sandwiches for the win. So actually, I do recommend ramen noodles. There was one time when I was very, very poor. I used to eat just ramen and tuna, literally tuna cans, and I would have ramen for the cups. Uh, if you if ramen gets a little bit too annoying for you, throw some mustard in there, throw some hot sauce in there, whatever you like. Okay. Do you still play video games? I'm gonna start to actually. I'm gonna start to. That way, the next few streams I have, I think maybe a month from now. First half we're gonna have like anime and fitness questions, right? The next half we're gonna I'm gonna have the chat recommend like a game to play, like or watch an anime episodes like maybe JJK or something like that. Just watch out for the salt and the ramen and spice packets. Okay, it's insane amount. So I've been told yes. So here's the thing about the salt and the ramen packets. If you drink a gallon of water a day, like you're supposed to, it doesn't really affect you. Honestly, most people don't. I don't even know if that looks like. Yeah, like most people don't even drink a gallon of water a day. Also, my text or writing looks like crap because I have to write everything backwards for y'all to be able to see it. Literally everything I write up here is backwards, like G. This is like a normal G. So, but I have to write it backwards just for y'all to be able to see it. I haven't found a way to fix that on YouTube yet. I think it's because it's like stuck on the mirror setting where it mirrors everything. Okay, so drinking your gallon of water a day is going to save you from a lot of salt problems because salt's actually good for you. It's supposed to. It's electrolytes, especially if you use like pink Himalayan salt. You put that in your water really quick if you don't have lemon juice. So that's what I recommend. That way, you're supposed to drink a gallon of water any day, 4 32-ounce cups, things like that. All right, cool. I've been on the run for 3 years, can't turn myself in at all. Cool, there's no cops here. Jokes aside, saline solution is tons of salt. Some salt is good. Avoid table salt no matter what. Hey man, you're live. I've had a seizure today, so I was unable. Oh shit, dude. Okay, I hope you feel better, man. Seizures are no joke. Damn. I drink 4 liters water per day, but still seems dehydrated. Definitely you might have to add some salt or some other kind of electrolytes to make sure you are hydrated. Because a little bit of salt is what pulls the water into your muscles. I also recommend creatine. So if you are drinking 4 liters of water a day, you might have to add some creatine in it so that way the muscles, your system absorbs the water actually into your muscle, into your system basically. Caffeine can dehydrate you too. Absolutely, yes. Caffeine does dehydrate you 100%. Okay. But you have to drink a water. That's very, very important. A little life hack I do. I just go to Chick-fil-A. Obviously, you can't go there on Sundays. You just get, see, I have to write 3 backwards, 32-ounce cup. Okay, you get a 32-ounce cup at Chick-fil-A. Boom, drink 4 of those. There's your gallon of water. And it's free. They don't charge for free water. Okay. But yeah, make sure if y'all subscribe, you drop in the chat that you subscribe. That way you're going to back to push-ups. And if we get five more subscribers, I'll try doing handstand on one hand. I'll try. I'm gonna keep practicing at it. Does Gatorade work? So yes and no. Okay, so Gatorade, I was always told. I mean, in the Marine Corps, we always push Gatorade, but we had to put water in it to water it because it does have a bunch of sugar. Powerade is a good substitution for Gatorade. Why? Because Powerade has less sodium and more potassium. Okay, potassium is what prevents cramps. So substitute Gatorade with Powerade. Powerade's way better for the sodium content, and the potassium content is better for you than Gatorade. Okay, and Powerade Zero is what I recommend as well. That'll help you make sure you keep your calories low and your sugar low, if that's what y'all are going for. Okay, cool. A Gatorade right before, during your workout will give huge pump, especially if you mix this with creatine and beta alanine. Okay, cool. Good to know. I've always used Power Zero mostly. Yeah, awesome. Simple sugar right before, during a workout, booster insulin will help pumps deliver nutrition to your muscles. Yeah, you're exactly right. Perfect, sounds good. Red or purple tastes like watered down Kool-Aid. Yeah, that's very true. 100% agree. Also, a good thing to do before you work out is to take honey packets. I actually learned that at special forces training. Get a honey packet, and boom, you can get uh, some pretty quick energy because it dissolves very fast. What some people do before working out is you mix it with bananas. Like you do like a banana sandwich with honey. You can add peanut butter in there, like a peanut butter banana sandwich. That'll be your carbs, your protein, your simple sugars. So that's a pretty good pre-workout meal. Okay, peanut butter banana with honey on it, and it tastes amazing. You can't go wrong. It tastes pretty damn good. All right. What else? One more questions do y'all have so I can help y'all answer to get an anime physique? Also, friend, new subscriber, make sure you put in the chat. Our goal is to 1K. I'm gonna do everything I can. I need y'all's help, guys, to get there. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. I want to give y'all as much value as I can. All right. Buy one kettlebell and a door frame, pull up bar if you don't have any equipment at home. That's what you need. Exactly. I just slammed a Red Bull, bummed a cola on my stomach. Can you still pump or will it ruin your gains? Pump what? I did sub. All right, cool. New sub. Awesome. Thank you. All right. I guess if we're not getting too many subs right now, I'll do handstand push-ups for today, for the subs today. And this is not AI. I don't know who said me doing handstands is AI. Y'all are hilarious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. Y'all are too funny. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I must look pretty damn good if you're thinking I look like AI. Alright, AI is fuck. Sean, you're hilarious. If you did handstands and push-ups, I wouldn't call you AI. I'd say, hey, good job. Teach me. You know, that hurts my AI. I have a good physique and all. It's just belly and carbs a bit. That's my struggle. Sweet tooth. Okay, not obese or anything, but can you lose a few? Okay, okay. Good physique and it's just belly and carbs. That's my struggle. Okay, sweet tooth. All right, cool. So thank you. How much calories are you consuming daily now? Rip a creatine. Okay, okay. So let's ask Jimbo. All right, Jimbo. So a couple things you could do is if you're having sweet tooths, like I said, you're gonna replace your cravings with fruit. Okay, fruit or honey. Okay, those are the first two pieces of advice I got. Okay, the second thing is if you feel hungry, have a craving coming on, you're gonna drink water. Okay, because a lot of times people don't know is when you're dehydrated and you're hungry, the feeling's almost exactly the same. We talked about this the last live. So drink water instead of eating. Okay, like a snack. Like people are putting Doritos, things like that. No, you're gonna drink water. Okay, and then eat some fruits like grapes. I actually read that in Arnold's book. Green grapes is what you can have as a basically hunger. What's the word? I'm sorry, a craving. Oh, shoot, I'm trying to think of it. It's basically to substitute your cravings, with energy. Okay, so grapes would be a good way, or oranges, things like that. So yeah, have fruit, for you, if you get cravings, put some honey on it, like bananas and honey. Drink water. Okay, so next time y'all have cravings come on, do those 3 things. That'll help you lose a lot of weight. Because a lot of times you take in extra calories, that's what causes you to be a little bit chunky or just not in the physique that you want. Okay, so those things are great for you to lose the extra pounds you don't want. Okay, that and this next thing I'm going to talk about is consistency. Big deal. If you're consistent and you work out every single day, 365 days a year, that's going to compound like crazy. It's going to be better than any diet plan, any single workout. The compound effect is what helps you completely. Like, I didn't get my anime physique in one day. It's impossible. Okay? But after days and days and days, the compound effect, that's how you get results. Okay? So you got to stay committed, stay disciplined. If you need help, don't worry. I'm here to motivate y'all. Everybody here can work out every single day. Okay? All right, let's see what questions y'all got. I just subbed. Awesome, cool. Man, this is going to be, I'm definitely going to get my shoulder workout in today. I'm starting to get hot. All right, cool. So I'm going to do some, all right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh. Wait, were y'all able to see that? Hold up. No, you could. Oh my God, you couldn't even see that. Damn. Well, I'm not gonna cheat. Damn. All right. Now I gotta make sure you're able to see the push-ups, the handstand push-ups. All right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna have to start eating more calories because each live session is now like becoming like a workout for me. Okay, cool. Okay. All right. That's almost a full-grown man. That's hilarious. Can you tug or will it ruin gains? I don't know what you mean by tug. How do you mentally make yourself decide to do things? Okay, cool. So I covered that during a different portion of live. This is a very good topic to talk about. Okay, cool. So if you're having trouble with motivation or discipline, okay, you're going to do what I call the 3 F's. Okay, 3 F's. Okay. So the first F is the future you. Okay, everybody envisions what they want to look like in the future, the kind of person you're going to be. You're going to do what's called taking actions the future you would. Okay, so if the future you looks big and jacked and ripped, are they going to sleep in and be lazy, or are they going to go work out? Okay, so act like the future you already are. Mindset is very important. Okay, so commit actions that the future you would. Would the future you eat clean, or would they eat like a pig? Would the future you skip workouts, or would they do what they need to do and move on? Okay, the second F is friends. So call a buddy, call a friend to hold you accountable. You know, it's also fun to work out with friends or a peer group when you have good people around you. Okay, so hit up your friends like, hey bro, let's go to the gym. Sometimes you need your friends to push you, or sometimes you need to push them. It's very, very important. So have that in your circle. Is very important. The third one is family. Okay, so people a lot of times say the family is important to them, but their levels of importance is different. If your family is important to you, are they important enough for you to eat healthy? If you care about your family, you will. Is your family important enough to you where you go train every day, where you get big and strong? If your family is important to you, you will. Is your family important enough for you to protect them? Like if they get attacked by a mugger or some person that you are not familiar with, are they important for you? Are you big and strong enough to protect your family? If not, then I use that as motivation. So those are the 3 F's I recommend. Future you, friends, and your family. Because that's what's going to help you stay disciplined. Motivation goes up and down, guys. I'll be straight up with you. You can watch 1,000 motivational videos, that's not going to help you achieve any of your goals. What's going to help you achieve your goals is your family, your friends, or taking action like the future you would. Okay? So that's what's going to help you stay disciplined. Think of it like that. So I'm pretty sure everybody in here has seen a motivational video once or twice, you know. However, it doesn't make anything happen. Like if you watch 1,000 videos about boxing, that doesn't make you a pro boxer, okay? What will make you achieve your goals is action. You have to act, okay? You can't be like a deer stuck in headlights. Act, okay? Raw action is the solution to most problems in life, all right? Cool. All right, let's see what y'all talked about. Cool. All right. Damn, what the fuck is on the whiteboard? Shit makes no sense. Okay. Are you weightlifting? Can you shout out my brother? Fat hoe. Ha! That's funny. Okay. F working out, then F working out, then F working out, 3 Fs. That's hilarious. Bro, come on. I really got to spell it out for you. I'm going to get banned for this. Shout out Dixie. Okay. Keep up the good work. Don't mind the jealous ladies and the fat husbands. The fat husbands. Y'all are hilarious. W content though. I'm trying to hit 275 on bench. My max right now is 250. Cool, awesome. I hope you get there. Awesome, yes. Hey, my sister has cancer. Can you give her a shout out? Her name is Sean. You're hilarious. Hello from Mike Hunt. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. When are you getting drafted? I already did 8 years in the Marine Corps. When are you getting drafted? You know? So, yeah. Those of y'all who care about your country, I hope you get drafted. We'll see how many of y'all really care. Awesome. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed already, guys, make sure you please subscribe to my channel. You know, my goal here is to help everybody build an anime physique at home where you don't have to spend money on a gym membership, okay? Can you rehash the different elements of what will compound? Okay, yeah, I can. Sure, why not? What kind of muscle growth is easier, bicep growth or knee growth? Okay, so compounding multiple different ways. Okay, so we'll compound for, especially for big arms, is supersetting. Okay, so supersetting is going to be a great compound. Now, if you already do arm workouts already, I'm going to make sure y'all see this. Okay, cool. Make sure y'all be able to read this. I think I have to maybe move this so let's move this a little bit so that way it's a little bit more visible for y'all. Okay, so supersetting is what will help compound every single week, if not month. Okay, now if you haven't supersetted before, and also those of you who don't know what superset is, you just combine 2 workouts after another, and then you rest. You don't rest in between. Okay, so if you haven't supersetted before, you may experience a lot of fatigue, and that's normal. Basically, because it's a whole different kind of workout. You know, sometimes, well, actually, most of the time, you do one workout, then you rest, and then you do another workout, then you rest. So we combine them together, you're gonna get fatigued a lot more. Okay, that's normal. Relax. Don't be afraid. That's okay. So use superset workouts every single week. That's gonna help you achieve your gains. Okay, so that's very important. Another thing that's gonna help you compound is your progressive overload. Okay, basically you keep working out, and every single week you do a little bit more. Okay, like an extra rep, extra set. So that is also gonna have you compound. Okay, that's a very, very good question. I like this question. Okay. Another thing that's going to be help you compound is staying consistent. Okay, like we talked about earlier, arms you can work out every 48 hours. Okay, so you could do Monday, Wednesday, and then Friday. That will also help compound. So those 3 things. And the biggest, most important of all is the nutrition. You need to have your protein and your calories. We talked about earlier. If you don't, doesn't matter how many workouts you do, if you don't have enough protein and you don't have enough calories in your diet, you're not going to grow. It's going to be very, very, what's the word? is going to basically work against you. It's not going to help you. All right. So those are the things that will help you compound. Supersets, progressive overload, and staying consistent. Okay. All right. Let's see what questions we got. Okay. Once I gained 23 pounds of muscle, eating pizza rolls and McDonald's got me down to 7.3 body fat. Cool. If you work out, you would notice more fat than muscle, and you would probably be severely malnourished. Just sit back as a new person come in. That's all lines. Army is better option. Gino, can I get swole eating nothing but hot dogs? No, that's terrible. Okay, so hot dogs is a very good question, good topic. So hot dogs don't have like normal, like real protein in it. It's very, very minuscule, I'll be honest. And it's basically processed. So you don't want to have processed foods. Basically, the food is in whatever it is, and you have no idea what's in it. Okay. So especially if you look up a lot of videos about ground beef is at other places and restaurants, you have no idea what's in it. Versus like a chicken, you can see, okay, you can see the chicken breast, it's not processed. Okay, so no, I don't recommend hot dogs because you can get very sick, and most of them is processed. You want to have good natural protein like eggs, salmon, steak, tuna, sardines, chicken, all kind. Marine's not worth it unless you're under 20. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, let's see what else what people are typing in the chat. I gotta scroll down. Okay, what's your take on TUT? You mean time under tension? Absolutely. So that's why you have the supersets. So having supersets, you get more time under tension. You're exactly right. Time under tension is what helps you grow. Okay. TUT. I covered this earlier in a different live. But yeah, TUT is very, very important. Superset is a good way so you have more time under tension. Okay. That's why I have it in the very beginning of all this topic because it's very, very good in case you do only one workout and you do it too fast. Okay. So especially if you want to grow arms, let's say if you don't want to do supersets, like basically you're not really advanced or you're still working out normal exercises, just make sure each workout you do. Let's see, I gotta write this backwards. Let's see how 4. I gotta think how to write a 4 backwards. 4. Okay, there we go. That should look like 45 to y'all. You want each workout to last at least 45 seconds. So when it's in the man, that's a normal for it. Damn it. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, there we go. So when your workouts last 40 to 45 seconds, that's in the optimal range for your muscles to grow. Okay. So that's what I recommend if you do one workout and you don't want to superset, make sure your workout each set is about 40 to 45 seconds. A good way, so that way you don't time yourself or you can count. Each rep you do should take about 4 seconds. So, like if you do a push up, you go slowly 1, 2, 3, 1. That's 4 seconds. 10 push ups, that way, boom, you're in the 40 to 45-second range. That's your optimal time under tension. That way you grow. Okay. However, like I said, even if you do time under tension, you still need to have your protein and your calories. It's very important. Otherwise, it's gonna be very difficult for you to achieve your goals. All right. Very good question about the time under tension thing. I like that. Okay. If you have any more questions about fitness, let me know so I can help you out. How to lose weight, how to gain fat. I mean, how to lose. That's funny. How to lose fat, how to gain weight, like mass, things like that. Not the opposite. I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to gain fat. Okay. Those are seen as anime legs. They all wear pants. Oh, really? Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. I guess these calves just came out of nowhere. Hilarious. My calves have calves, buddy. So yeah, absolutely. There's anime legs. 100%. Yeah, let's gain fat. Yes. What diet is best for weight loss? So basically, it's the meals you take for weight loss. Weight loss is you have to be at a caloric deficit. Honestly, you also have to stay consistent and work out every single day. Consistency was help. Do muscles really get you girls or nah? No, personality, honestly. How to improve stamina in running. Okay, long distance running, being consistent. You know, in the Marine Corps, we ran about 5 times a week at least. That's what's going to help you. Also, sprints. Sprints are very good for stamina. One drill we did, I remember when I was trying out for Special Forces, was you sprint 30 seconds and jog 45 seconds. They use sprint 30 seconds and jog 45 seconds. So that's a good way for stamina endurance for running. Really cute. Are you single? Nope. Just stop eating. No gym workouts for home. Legs. Yeah, absolutely. So if you subscribe to my channel, I have plenty of workouts for y'all. You know, my job here is, guys, everybody wants to build an anime physique. You could do it all at home. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need equipment. So subscribe to my channel. I have plenty of workouts for y'all to do. Okay, I wish I joined the Marines when I was educated. Cool. We need you to get back into the Marines before I ran you Trump's top guy. You're hilarious. I did not expect that. Dude, I love y'all in the chat. Y'all motivate me and put me into such a positive mindset. You know, I appreciate each and every single one, even the trolls. Okay. And also make sure if you already subscribed, drop in the chat because today I'm doing handstand push-ups. So every time someone new subscriber, okay, I'm gonna do handstand push-ups. All right. Army Special Forces. No, 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 no. I was not Army. And I definitely wasn't a Ranger. What should you do for legs? What should what should I do for legs? Check out my channel. I have plenty of leg workouts. Squats are good. Lunges are good. Jumping jacks are good. Being in the fitness industry, do you think all this new science-based approach about lifting has affected people's view on fitness? Yes, absolutely. You're a Raider? No, no, no. I tried out for Marsa. I made it through selection, but I didn't get selected. Okay, I did want to be a Raider. I trained for about like 2.5 years. Like I would run in the morning, swim during lunch, and do weightlifting the evening time. So I have friends that became Raiders, but no, I did not. I tried out for Special Forces. I didn't get picked. It's because of selection. Just because you make it through, it doesn't mean you're selected. So, but yeah, we did learn a lot of good knowledge at ANS. Okay, to answer your question, yes, because I do hate the science-based bullshit a lot of people in the fitness industry talk about. Like, for example, there's a lot of people that say they don't want to work out abs, they don't want to work out core. That's absolutely stupid. Y'all should work out core every single day. Multiple reasons. One is for stability, because as you get bigger and stronger, you get more mass, you need more stability control. Okay, abs is where all your core comes from. So when you have strong stability and strong core, you also get injured less, because a lot of people don't know your abs wrap around all the way to the back of your back. Okay, your core and most of your powers comes from your abs. So y'all should work out abs every single day. I have plenty of ab workouts. So yes, I do think there's a lot of science bullshit out there. Dwarf build. That's hilarious. Leg dude. Hey, that's not the worst comment. I've been called dwarf. I've been called hobbit. I've been called smurf. Like, dude, the short jokes, they're hilarious, man. Y'all are hilarious. I'm skinny, fat. What should I do? Start exercising. Honestly, start exercising. You're gonna build muscle. You're gonna stop being skinny, and you'll feel better. Honestly, also a lot of people don't know the reason I help make this channel is for y'all to be able to know what to do, because you could get an anime physique at home. None of y'all need to get a gym membership. Honestly, also a lot of times I've been talking to a lot of people in the chats. Y'all don't like getting watched. A lot of people don't like getting looked at when they're working out. You want to keep your privacy. So that's the purpose of my channel. Is if you like anime and you want to get an anime physique, subscribe. Also, drop in the chat if you subscribed, because I'm going to do 5 handstand push-ups for each person. Okay? I was gay, but I quit doing that. Good job. What is the best way of breathing when running? Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. One time when I had a good friend, he was very, very good at conditioning. He would tell me, like, breathe out when your left foot plants. So like when you inhale when your right foot hits the ground, and you breathe out when your left foot hits the ground. You find out what's different works for you, you know. Is cutting trees a good workout? Absolutely. Doing tree chops is very, very good. Wood cutting is one of the best ways to get strong and basically achieve your fitness goals. What a lot of times people do, and they substitute when they can't chop wood, they do sledgehammers. You do sledgehammer swings on a tire. So that's very, very good core workout. Yes. Just Nifford is the best. Is cardio important? Absolutely. Okay. Do you jump rope? I used to do a lot of jump rope. I can't right now because I fell and hurt my shoulder, but I need to get back into it. I'm still recovering from my shoulder after falling. So yes, jump rope is a very good way for cardio and conditioning. When someone asks, is cardio important? Yes, because when you have strength, power, and yeah, about your strength and power is tools in your toolbox. Cardio is what allows you to keep that toolbox open for longer periods. So yes, cardio is important, especially for health. I had a lot of family that passed away from cardio problems. Are you on peptides? No. Awesome. Thank you because I've been doubting my workout. No problem. How tall are you? 5'4". Is it actually easier for short people to gain muscle than tall people? No. The way I gain muscle is working out 27 times a month. Okay, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. So I was a gymnast from when I was 6 to 11 years old. Then I did soccer from like 11 to 15. Then I did wrestling in high school. Then I did MMA before I joined the Marine Corps. Then I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years. And after I got out of the Marine Corps, I got in a nasty car accident. That's where I got my scars. I got shot through the windshield because I was driving too fast in the rain, and I had 3 broken ribs, back fractures, I had a punctured lung, I lost all my muscle. I couldn't even work out for 4 years because my body was just so banged up. So, and I gained all my muscle back using calisthenics. When I was in the Marine Corps, most of the stuff we did was calisthenics. None of us really went to gym because they were training us to be warriors, not bodybuilders. So you need to have strength, stamina. One of my old sergeants, because I was doing some weightlifting when I was in the Marine Corps, but he kind of made fun of me. He's like, dude, okay, you could go work out in the gym and lift weights for 30 minutes to an hour. Are you able to do that for a whole day? And I was like, no. He's like, that's because you're not a warrior. You're freaking a wannabe bodybuilder who can lift weights for 15, 20, 40 minutes. But if you have to do something physical for hours, like 5, 6 hours, I can't count on you if you gas out after an hour. So he put stuff into me in a perspective like, hey, yeah, cardio is very important because that allows you to use your strength for longer periods. Not, most people can't go and lift the heavy things for 4, 5, 6 hours. So like people who do moving, who work at moving companies, those guys are strong, man, for long periods. So he put in perspective to me like, yes, cardio is important. You should be able to use your strength and have stamina for long areas and long periods. Okay. Machines or free weights? That honestly depends on your personal preference. Machines have more injury prevention. Free weights, you also use different more muscles because you have stability. Okay, so it's really personal preference. Nice physique, thank you, brother. Assassin dwarf. That dude. That's the man. I need to pin that comment. Teach me how to pin that. Yeah, I gotta learn how to pin that comment. Okay, pin message. There you go. Assassin dwarf build. Okay, excuse me, guys. I gotta use the restroom real quick. 1 second. Oh my god, that's the assassin dwarf. You guys in the chat are, I love y'all. Y'all are hilarious, man. Oh my god. Okay, all right. Let's see what message I missed. All right. How effective is hybrid training opposed to calisthenics and weightlifting? Very effective, amazing. I definitely recommend hybrid training. Okay. Hoping I said I'm likely. No, I just had to use the restroom, brother. You know. I wonder if he has 5 videos. No. So I did MMA, but I was only amateur. I'm not gonna bullshit y'all and say, yeah, I was pro. I definitely wasn't. Okay. What about sugar? So you need to have sugar, but clean sugars like fruits, honey. Those are the only good sugar substitutes I recommend. Because otherwise, sugar will turn to fat. No, I've never done the paleo keto diet myself. Honestly, I just eat healthy and clean. I love eating. Like I love food more than any other person on planet. I think I need to get some shirts made. This shirts made that say "Food is life." Okay. All right. Cool. 300 push-ups is equivalent to like 30 reps on the bench press. I don't know about that. I think hmm, because body weight is way different than free weights or other weight. Because there's some people who then they can do like a lat pull down bar, but they can't do 10 to 15 pull-ups. See, so weights are different than body weight. It's different kind of muscles. You use more muscles doing calisthenics than free weights. What do you think of energy drinks? Well, I'm actually drinking one right now. I drink Monster. I'm not even promoting this, by the way. This is just something I personally like because my friends in special forces told me the rehab ones they have a lot of potassium, so you get less cramps. Potassium is the solution for that. If this dude powerlifting, he'd be like 50% bigger. You're probably right. Absolutely. Okay. How'd you get that neck, yo? Oh, so there's neck here. I can talk about this. So there's neck exercises you could do. I'll show y'all. Okay. Also, if you subscribe, make sure y'all put in the chat because I'm doing handstand push-ups. Okay. So for neck, there's a bunch of ways y'all can work it out. There's one way is if you are laying down and you do neck turns. You go like 1, 2, 3, 4. You do that 10 to 15 times, and then you switch sides. Then you go the other opposite. That's how you can build a lot of big neck muscles. Okay. So there's one solution. Okay. Okay. I believe that gymnast training is supreme. Gymnast training is amazing. Okay, coach, have you ever seen Mike Tyson neck workout? I've seen bits and clips like where he would have that harness, I think, and he would like do those neck workouts with weights around it. I haven't seen the full workout for Mike Tyson, but a few. Okay. Do you think tugging all time ruins gains? I've had a bit. I don't know what you mean by tugging. You're gonna catch the African ceiling bird chirping? Yes. What's your point? You don't think if you want to paralift, he would? Yeah, that's the one. Crazy as fuck. Yeah, yeah. Mike Tyson had some insane training videos, man. That dude was. So I respect a lot of boxers because boxers have insane conditioning, insane workouts. My car accident. Well, I mean, my scars from my car accident. Okay, so yeah, hybrid training is amazing. But boxers, honestly, they have insane conditioning, insane workouts, man. There's one time I think it was about uh like 20 years ago. I watched a Floyd Mayweather video. His uh trainer, I think it was his dad. I'm not sure, but he was counting how many punches he threw. He threw like 3,000 punches in that one day. 3,000, which is a lot. So conditioning for boxing is nuts. It's so much shoulder endurance. It's crazy. Okay. Well, hello, little guy. How tall are you? 5'4". Okay. Bro, which is a better like a sport person, you gym, bodybuilder? I don't think I understand. Do you take any peptides? No. Any thoughts on them? I'm not educated on peptides because actually no, I know a little bit about peptides. I know there's a lot of fake ones online. Honestly, y'all don't really need peptide. You know what? I'm gonna give you the ultimate life hack. If y'all want to have an amazing physique, you want to have amazing gains, low body fat, big muscles. I'm gonna teach y'all two very, very easy ways. You don't need peptides. You don't need steroids. You don't need none of that bullshit. Honestly, it's just cheating. Honestly, and if you ever seen people like the Trend Twins, they even talked about they wish they never did steroids because they look like they're 30, 40 years old and they're in their 20s, like young 20s. So they regret it. Anyways, so if you want to have a steroid, I'll give you one. It's called supersetting. Supersetting workouts is 10 times better than steroids. Okay, you're gonna gain massive gains. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna have heart problems. Literally, supersetting is what caused you to go to the next level. Okay, so yeah, there you go. If you want to have steroids, do supersets. Okay, you don't need to take anything. Superset your workouts. That's better than any steroid out there. Okay, why? Because it's not going to kill you. It's not going to give you heart problems, and it's going to give you massive gains. The other second life hack is consistency. Work out every single day, guys. Literally, you work out every single day, and you superset your workouts. Boom, you're going to get probably the best shape of your life, guaranteed. Why? Because consistency is what better it helps you in every aspect of your life. Okay, you stay consistent working out, you stay consistent eating clean, you stay consistent drinking water. That all builds up. Okay, because it's 10 times better, or let's say 100 times better, than you working out every single day than one or three, 4 or 5 workouts a month. That's it. Okay, so that's what I recommend for y'all. Y'all want to have an amazing physique? It's with consistency, supersetting, and eating clean is what's gonna cause y'all to achieve your goals. Okay, and honestly, eating clean is amazing. Like who in the chat doesn't like steak? Put you don't like steak. Who in the chat doesn't like salmon or fish? Who in the chat doesn't like pasta or let's see another thing I love. Burgers, beef. You can actually eat very, very clean just by high protein meals. Okay. Lamb is pretty good. I'm a big fan of making lamb chops, actually. All right, power lifters are stronger than calisthenics folks too. Okay, so it's different kind of strength. Absolutely. Power lifters are strong as fuck. You can't go wrong. Yeah. All right. I mean, which sport helps reduce fat? Swimming. Swimming's great. Swimming's okay. So we'll talk about how to reduce fat. All right. We talked about this the last stream, but I'll just cover it this time. Okay. So I talked last time about fasting cardio, doing cardio in the morning before you eat. But let's say you're lazy. We're gonna say like you're the laziest person in the world. You can't get up early before you eat. You just don't listen to me. Okay. So see if that looks like a J. Okay, cool. So jogging 10 to 15 minutes a day at a conversation pace. Conversation pace means you talk to somebody and you're not out of breath. Basically, you're jogging and you're not out of breath. You could talk to them. Do this every single day. This will help you burn fat. Okay, because only 10 to 15 minutes max. Okay, you do not want to go above this. Reason why? Because when you do 10 to 15 minutes, you are in the optimal fat burning range, your fat burning zone. Okay, if you go above 15 minutes, like 25 or 30, you start burning calories instead of burning fat. Okay, so jogging is an easy way for you to get an anime physique. Okay, if swimming is not available, so easy way I could recommend. Jump rope is another good way. Jump rope is another good way at a slow conversation pace. All right, if you have a jump rope, if you don't, okay. Another good way to burn a lot of fat is home workouts. Just working out every single day at home. Consistency is what's going to get you there. If you do 365 days a year, being consistent, you're going to achieve your goals. Okay. All right. Let's see what questions we got. Basic exercise and physiology. Can you dance without shorts? No, I'm not trying to get banned. Okay. Stairmaster. That's how you die on cardio. Okay, so Stairmaster is great. Is another way. I was trying to help people without a gym, but let's say you do have a Stairmaster available. Okay, you're gonna do Stairmaster. Also, where your heart rate is, and this is very difficult to write backwards. 1, 4. Okay, so if you do your Stairmaster, it's just like a treadmill. Okay, where you want your heart rate to be at 125 to 145 beats per minute. Okay, that's also when you're in the fat burning zone. Okay, same time frame, about 15 to 10 to 15 minutes. That's where you want your heart rate to be 125 to 140 beats per minute. That's also when you're in the fat burning zone. So, Stairmaster is a good solution. Incline walking on the treadmill. Okay, now this is in case you have a gym. If you don't, if the purpose of y'all subscribe to my channel for y'all to be able to get an animated physique without a gym, just do walking or brisk walking or jogging. Okay, do that every single day, 365 days. You'll burn more fat than you have before. Why? Because being consistent matters. Eventually, you're gonna get consistent where you don't want to eat like crap. Eating like crap makes you feel sick. My friend, he just had a birthday the other day, and he ate cake. He hasn't eaten cake in a while. I'm not talking about the girl cake. I'm talking about sweet cake, and he felt like crap. Okay, cool. You know what it is. Stairmaster is my leg day, coach. Awesome. Stop it. What macro split would you say is good? Jumping jacks is easy way exercise almost anybody do. Yes, absolutely. What shower is best after running? Cold or warm? It's whatever you want to do, man. Honestly, showering isn't gonna really change your physique. I'll be honest. It may shock your nervous system to where you're like awake, but showering is not gonna impact your physique much. I'll be honest. Like, especially if it's like only 5-10 minutes. It's really personal preference. You know. Okay. The whiteboard circling letters. Dude, Billy, you don't know how tough it is, man. Like, it's so difficult for me to use the whiteboard. I had to take, because everything I'm writing on here, I have to write backwards. Like, this is how, look, water, water. Okay, see how it looks different for y'all is backwards? Because the screen is mirrored. So I have to write literally every single letter backwards for y'all to be able to read it. It's freaking difficult, okay? I'm not like, let's say, like I can say, look, hello, goodbye. I can't just magically write backwards easily, okay? It looks different for y'all, but no, it's because of the damn board. I have to find a way. Y'all could drop in the chat really quick. Tell me how I can stop it from being mirroring so I can write like a normal person. I don't like writing backwards. It's not fun. I'm not dyslexic, okay? What happened to your body? You didn't hit your protein goal yesterday. What are you talking about? I definitely did. I did hit it. I had my protein shakes. I had Chipotle, barbacoa. So I definitely did. There might be a setting to mirror the image in the setup of live. Okay, I'll definitely check that out. Eat your daily, but burn about 500 calories less. This will help you lose weight. It takes about 3,500 calories to burn 1 pound of fat. Yep, mirror. You're up too late. That's why you look fat. You're right. Look how fat I look. I am freaking. I look like Majin Buu right now. It's that assassin dwarf build, buddy. Come at me. Okay, fine. I'll do abs, but I don't want to do legs because they're exhausted enough. Flat jack wagon. Okay, I didn't even think about you having to write backwards. I just thought you couldn't write. Ha, dude. No, I literally have to write everything backwards, like letters. That's why it's freaking extremely difficult. I'm not the best. My penmanship isn't the best in the world, okay? I can't write old English style. However, I can write normally where people can read. But on the damn board, it's so tough, man. Is that a stab mark? No, no, no. This is from my car accident, okay? I stabbed myself in the eye. Oh, shit. I hope you're okay, brother. Majin B. Hey, Bulking's continuous. Just Majin Buu on the internal bulk. Oh, my God. I love that. Thank you. Okay. How tall are you? I'm 5'4". Don't forget to let him know if you sub. Yes. Okay. If y'all subscribed, please put in the chat. I'm gonna doing handstand push-ups today for each new subscriber. Okay. Our goal is, guys, which I need y'all's help. Also, if y'all can't see anything, please write in the chat like freaking. I don't want y'all to not be able to read anything. Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen. Cool. Yes. The goal is 1K subs. Okay. I need y'all's help to get there. All right. Because it's kind of stupid, but I didn't really have the answer to these questions on my last couple lives. People like they're trying to gift me or do some other things or pin their own comments. That availability isn't available to me on YouTube yet because I have to have 1,000 subscribers. So, anyways, set up your whiteboard next to your camera and mirror behind you to the mirror image. Okay, yeah, that'll work. I just don't have a big mirror. Okay. Do 30 stand-up push-ups and I'll sub right now. All right, you know what? Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do 30 handstand push-ups. All right, cool. All right, chat, let's do this. First of all, I want to make sure y'all can see me. All right. Next, I'm going to make sure that y'all can very physically. All right, cool. Forward. All right, cool. All right, 30. Let's see if I can do it. Let's check it out. All right, ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. All right, let's do this. 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. That was a little challenging. Well, at least I know I could do 30. If you tell me that's AI, I'm going to slap you. All right. All right, cool. Thank you for the challenge. I appreciate you. Whew. Excuse me. Appreciate y'all. Suburban. Okay, I'm not going to do 5 more. I just did 30. So you got to wait a little bit. All right. All right, to raise difficulty, you can stack books for your hands so you can dip your head lower the part of the fly. Yes, you're right. Or just to keep the difficulty, I just do 30 in a row. All right. I see many videos. I've taken ice showers. Why? I don't have any videos of taking ice showers. Hey, Josh, how are you? Did you just spit all over yourself? No. I was talking too fast, and I spit on the ground, and I wiped it off. What's the biggest supplement scam in your opinion? So this is actually a pretty good question. I have read a lot of times online. There is a bunch of peptide scams, honestly, out there. So that's why I recommend don't do that. Okay. All right. So, the reason I guess people take ice showers because there's a bunch of stuff online where people put like that helps wake them up, that helps, I guess, neurological system, things like that. What's up? Suggest any exercises for biceps. Okay, there's plenty of bicep workouts out there, especially if you don't have any equipment. You know, free weight wise, there's, just curls. There's all types of ones out there. All right, let me see what's going on here. Shadow, that was just. No, I didn't take rabies. You guys are hilarious. So, but I was taking. Okay, I subscribe, bro. Also, I need to cut weight and get like you. All right, cool. All right, new subscriber. All right, let's do 5 more. All right. Make sure I'm freaking the camera's able to see. All right, cool. All right, cool. Awesome. the rabies joke. You're all hilarious. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, cool. Dude, I guarantee I'm gonna get clipped. Where I was just talking, just my mouth. Y'all are gonna clip me so hard. That's hilarious. Okay, cool. All right. Not wishing those pants would fall off. You're hilarious. Curls for the girls. Okay. So yeah, if any of y'all, I'm a little bit tired because I just did 30 and did another 5. Y'all are hilariously funny. Okay, but yeah, anybody else who has more fitness questions, drop them in the chat. How to lose weight, how to build muscle. Excuse me, I'm a little bit tired. Coach, what's up, Sano? How are you doing? What up? You missed a ton, you know. Uh, People in the chat, drop a one if you missed the other lesson of how to get, bigger arms. I'll quickly recap it for you guys. Okay. How can it get stronger than you and Goku? Work out every day. I love you. Love you too, boss. Hope you're having a good day. Thoughts on Mike Minzer's training? Mike Minzer's. I need to get shredded before summer. Tips, please. Okay, cool. So we'll answer both questions. So Mike Minzer's training, I kind of like and agree with, because high intensity training is amazing. Even if we do like one rep, where a lot of his physiology, he made a lot of good points where you don't want to do too many reps because it can dig into your recovery. But each person's different. Okay, can you do 2 push-ups for me? All right, sure, why not? Okay, and then we'll answer the question for how to lose the fat. All right, real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did 5. All right, anyway, back to your question about how to lose fat really quick. All right, cool. Really easy way, because we covered a bunch of stuff earlier. First, you're going to eat fruits when you have cravings. When you have sugar cravings, you're going to eat honey, okay? And also, you're going to drink water when you have one of those. Because a lot of people don't know, when you're dehydrated, a lot of times hunger and dehydration feels the same. So that's an easy, quick way for you to lose your fat and your weight, okay? The other thing I was talking about earlier, which y'all probably missed, is the consistency. If you work out every single day, consistency is what's going to get you there, okay? Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I got plenty of workouts for y'all to be able to do there, okay? Also, if you subscribe, make sure you put in the chat, because I'm doing 5 handstand push-ups for each person that did, okay? Okay, how many minutes of stretching prior? Okay, so that's a very good question. When I was a gymnast, our coach made us like stretch about 30 minutes before. So now with the new whole science, now has been moved to dynamic warm-ups versus stretching, okay? So I kind of don't agree with that, because I even have friends, they said they would also stretch before the track events for them to like to be faster. To me, it makes more sense being stretchy and have the muscle loose, because when I was in gymnastics, our coach made us stretch mandatory 30 minutes before we did any kind of event. This is to prevent injury. So I would recommend stretch to the point where your muscles don't feel tight. Each person is going to be a little different. So, okay, consistency is key. You're right. What is the use of toilet paper? It's to wipe the board, brother. Amen. Okay. Are you under 4 foot? Yes. Where's my 5 handstand push? All right, fine. Cool. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, cool. You missed that. I had to do 30 earlier. Somebody was like, "Oh, I'll do 30 and then I'll subscribe." Cool. I've done probably maybe 50, something like that. Okay. Stretching killed my gains. No, there's no way stretching will ever kill your gains, because stretching does not impact your protein, it doesn't impact your carbs, nothing like that. It's you not working out. You're yoked as fuck. Thank you. I appreciate the advice and the compliments. All right. Yeah. How many minutes stretching? All right. We talked about that. Right idea. Thank you so much. It means a lot. No problem. Awesome. How often do you hit cardio? Hit cardio at least 3-4 times a week. At least. Please, 1,000. Wait, that's more than. Hold up. 10, 20. That's more than like a billion right there. I don't know if I could do a billion push ups. I've never tried. Okay. No way. Yes, way. I'm about to get clipped. I swear, because after I got done doing 30 handstand push ups, my mouth like spats. And then people are saying that's rabies. And I was like, dude, no, I don't take rabies. The thing is, a couch potato, I can't jump straight to weights. I think 6 months of calisthenics will give me a good baseline before jumping in powerlifting. Yes, absolutely. You should definitely do calisthenics. Subscribe to my channel. I have plenty of workouts. I have a Never Gymless series from day 1 to 30. Calisthenics is very good because mastering your body weight will be very smart before you move on to free weights or things like that. So you get a good basis of strength. Okay. Nice body. Thank you. Appreciate you. Is it worth it going to the gym? Today was my first time in forever. All I got was bruises on my back and my neck. I could train at home throughout the day. Yes, absolutely. So the purpose of my channel is to help y'all get an anime physique without you going to gym. Two things usually occur. One, you don't like to get looked at when you work out. You know, my other buddy, if they look at him, he gets in a fight, you know. So he definitely shouldn't be inside a gym. And the second thing is most people like your privacy, okay? When you don't, when it's just a different kind of environment, different energy. When you're doing your own thing, you don't have looking ass people in your business, okay? So that's the whole purpose of my channel, guys, for y'all to build an anime physique at home. You don't have to go to spend money on a gym membership. Just follow my workouts on my channel, okay? All right, I don't want to build an anime body. I want the Assassin's Dwarf build. Oh, love your abdomen and arms so much. You're welcome. Awesome. Coach, where are your glasses? Missing. Ayo, is bro on the toilet? No, I'm not on the toilet. This is a chair. Dude, you guys in the chat, y'all, your comments I love. I don't. That's why the toilet paper's. Y'all thought I was in the toilet. No, the toilet. The toilet paper is to wipe the board, okay? Y'all are. Okay, do you eat after 6 p.m.? Yes, I do sometimes eat after 6 p.m. Oh my god, dude, I love all y'all. Y'all are the funniest people out there. Okay. All right, back to business. Okay. The whole stream is about anime arms. If y'all want me to give you some good tips or get some arm workouts, I can. Or if you have a different body part y'all want to do, like about abs or chest, you know, drop it in the chat. We'll talk about it. Okay. Assassin's alumni. I watched not enough in public. Coach, thoughts on daily egg consumption for gains? Okay, very good question, Ultimate. So yes, eggs are amazing. All right. Eggs are very, very good for consumption. Okay, I talked about this the last stream because I was telling people my own faults. My own faults is, dude, I fucking love Chipotle. Chipotle, I freaking can eat every single day, 365 days a week. Okay, however, it's not beneficial. We'll talk about eggs specifically. So if I spend $10 at Chipotle, right? Eggs are about $2. No, wait, shit, that's backwards. I gotta write backwards for y'all to be seeing. So $2 for a dozen, okay? So I could eat 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I could get 5 dozen eggs for the price of one Chipotle, okay? And so that's about 60 eggs. Yeah, about 60. So I could get 60 eggs for the same price as Chipotle, okay? Protein wise, that's a crap load because each egg is about, I think, 9 grams of protein. So 9 times 12 is, yeah, about 108. Okay, so each carton of eggs would be about 108. Okay, versus I spend $10 at Chipotle, I'm only going to get about 30 grams of protein. You know, so 108 times 5. Yeah, so that's going to be easily over 500. So yes, for egg consumption, if you spend $10 on 5 cartons, you're going to get over 500 grams of protein. Okay, so that's very, very good ratio wise. The second thing is you can make eggs work with kind of most meals. You can make omelets, you can make scrambled eggs, you can put in a shake if you want, but it tastes nasty unless you're Rocky. Okay, eggs are great with steak and eggs, a bunch of stuff. Hard-boiled eggs, all types of things out there. I can talk about it all day. But if you're lazy, you don't want to cook, you just go to the store and buy egg whites. About $8, you get 100 grams of protein. Wait, shoot, I gotta write it backwards. Everything on the board, I gotta write backwards. So yes, so to answer your question, yeah, eggs are a great, phenomenal source of protein. If you want to cut out the fat, just get egg whites instead. You know, add Hershey's chocolate to your egg white thing. It'll taste like a chocolate milkshake. If you listen to Alex and Mosey, I tried it. To me, it still tastes like crap, but I was just suck it up, you know. So yes, that's a great way for you to have protein. Okay. Now there's more delicious proteins out there. like steak, salmon. Obviously, I'm not gonna mention tuna because tuna ain't the best. All right. Okay. Let's see what questions you got. All right. I think the issue with eggs is some people have the cholesterol spike, but I think its benefits outweighs. Okay. So this is a very, very good thing. I've never heard of anybody. So cholesterol is not bad for you. Contrary to popular belief, cholesterol is actually good for you. It's all the internet bullshit that says cholesterol is a killer. No, it's not. It's straight bullshit. For example, remember a long time ago in schools, like at least my middle school and high school, right? They had this bullshit of the food pyramid. Okay, the food pyramid, right? And at the very bottom of the pyramid, it was like bread. And it was supposed to be all this crap that you're supposed to have the most throughout the whole day. Okay? That's what caused a bunch of obesity in freaking America. Because the food pyramid was a scam. So most of the stuff that you hear by general public wise is bullshit to make the population get overweight, not work out, and basically not is for food companies and sources because the food pyramid apparently there was a lot of backroom deals with food companies for them to put the food pyramid to promote certain products. Okay, so this is a very very good question. So no, cholesterol is not bad for you. I've never heard of besides the bullshit of people saying like it hardens arteries, things like that. No, do some research. Google cholesterol is not bad for you. Okay, having high cholesterol is actually good for you. Do some research on it, and you'll see why. Okay, that toilet joke made me laugh really hard. Okay, cool. So best to make eggs sunny side, make up whatever. Okay. Cholesterol is a must to get increased. Yes, exactly. Yes, Alejandro, you're right. I'm 5'10" and I'm like 140 pounds. What do I have to do to get massive? Okay, easy, good question. All right, you're gonna have to have high protein intake. Okay, very important. Okay, for you to get massive. Then you're gonna have to be consistent and work out every single day. All right, it's not that difficult. You could do it. Just subscribe to my channel and then follow the workouts I have for you. You could do it all at home. Okay, but protein is very very important. You need to have high protein for your muscles to regenerate, for you to gain mass. It's very very important. Okay, if you don't know how much protein to take, literally ask ChatGPT. Put in your age, your height, your weight, okay? And then the weight you want to be, all right? Or you could just ask, hey, I want to get some mass. How much protein do I need? Usually it's about 1.3 grams per pound of body weight. Okay, Seabolt put that actually. Sometimes it's a little bit 1.4. But yeah, 1.3 is like the sweet spot of protein per pound of body weight. That way you have a good amount of gains and you also have a little bit extra protein for your muscles to recover. Then you're also gonna have to do this, which everybody's gonna love, is 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Okay, 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at the jokes the chat told me. Why? Because sleep is paramount. Paramount means very important. Okay. We'll see if I have any new subscribers, guys. You gotta tell me in the chat because I gotta read them really quick for more push-ups, things like that. All right, let's see. All right, you have to eat the whole goat, just not the hair and the bones. All right, cool. Coach, do you stay away from seed oils, butter, avocado oil? Okay, no. Uh, Avocado oil, there isn't bad stuff. Seed oils, I heard yes. Butter, no. Like, especially if you look up the carnivore diet, is a lot of mostly meat and butter. So no, butter is not that bad for you. You know, honestly, this is a very, very good topic. I was told before a long time ago the reason butter is bad is because of high cholesterol, which is not the case. You need high cholesterol, just like Alejandro said. So, no, butter, absolutely. Use butter in every single cooking meal. In eggs, use butter or oil. Steak, every single thing. So, butter is fine. It's okay. It's not bad for you. Okay. I'll sub if you change the batter in your damn chirping smoke set. All right, cool. Flax seeds oil, good for you. How can I grow my chest and home? There's a bunch of chest workouts you could do. Subscribe to my channel. There's a bunch of them you could do. Supersetting chest workouts. different kind of like chest with your elbows in, chest with your elbows out, incline chest, bunch of ones. Height 5'4". Okay. Raw milk goat is a game changer for healthy fat source. Yes. Okay. If you have to eat the okay, coach, do you stay away or I answer that question. Fiber intake is important for energy stability. What do think people think about cheese? I goon 4 times. I don't know what gooning is. What does that mean? What's up, big man? I'm doing great. YouTube creator. Ren 9 is good. I don't know. Bro is gonna die early. Who? Brother, help standardize calisthenics into a chart using age, height, bone size. Best way to make eggs sun. Okay, okay. All right, so we caught up. All right. So I guess I haven't had any new subscribers. If you do, or if you have subscribed, make sure you drop in the chat so that way we're gonna do more push-ups for each person. Okay, I need y'all help to get to the 1K goal. All right. All right. So in the chat, really quick, put what tips y'all want and like basically how to for ab workouts, chest, arms, shoulders. Let me know so I could give y'all some advice. Did you ever have to lose weight or just add muscle? Olive oil, better and butter. So it's different. Okay, to answer your first question, yes, there was a time I used to be overweight. I used to be addicted to Mountain Dew. Like I would drink 12 cans a day, especially because I was really big into video games. Every time you're waiting in game lobby, I would crack open a soda during Halo. Every time I would die, I would feel like, damn, I'll take a sip of soda. So yes, I used to be addicted to soda and a lot of sugary things. So then I got a little chunky, and then my friend got me into MMA gym, and then I started getting good in shape, like doing MMA training, kettlebell training, all types. I never got to deal with having to do everything at home if no gym membership. We all have a park near our homes. There's a complete setup for calisthenics. Just bring gloves. Okay, so good question on that, Jma. So I learned doing from lives, going outside and for people in different countries is dangerous. Like I had a girl, she's from Colombia. She said she could literally get attacked and killed on the way to the gym because of the area she lives in. So going outside, unfortunately, it's not back then 20 years ago where it's a lot more safer on the streets. Okay. Yes, I understand. Like 20 years ago, all our parents like, hey, go play outside, drink water out of the faucet or the runny hose, garden hose. So it's a lot different times 20 years ago. Okay. So now the reason why I have this to help people get set up, you could do sometimes people don't like to be watched when they work out. Sometimes people don't feel comfortable. They want to do it in the privacy of their homes, or they just simply can't afford a gym membership, but they don't know what to do. Okay, so yes, you could do all calisthenic stuff at home. That's the purpose of my channel, is to help y'all get an anime physique at home without you spending money on gym membership. Okay, so those are the reasons. Yeah, I'm from Oakland. I can easily get shot, but it's worth it. No, it's not. That's stupid. If someone tell you, hey, bro, you could get shot on the way to gym, no, I'm gonna work out at home. You know, you're not bulletproof. You're not Superman. That's definitely not worth it. If you care about your family, you want to live a long life, you do smart choices that isn't gonna impact your safety. Okay. Yes, there's risks with everything, but you can be smart about it. That's something my dad always used to tell me. If you're gonna be stupid, be smart about it. Okay. Weak. Stay safe, brother. Yeah, I hope you're not from Oakland, man. You know, what was that thing that place that Ice went to? Like Compton, or one of those places where they got shot up and they never came back. Bobblehead. All right. So yeah, yes, I used to drink 12 cans of Mountain Dew. Because they come in 12 packs, 100%. So yes, I used to be. I loved soda back then, man. I was a big soda fiend. Soda was my uh kryptonite, I would say. Awesome. So yeah, if y'all have any more questions, guys, on any kind of fitness, let me know. How to lose weight, how to lose fat, anything physique wise, let me know. How to gain better abs, abdominals, obliques, anything. He's doing coke. No, I'm just drinking Monster. You know, coke won't give you an anatomy physique, buddy. I'm sorry. It's going to the gym 27 times a month, or working out at home 27 times a month. Okay. My new family, pop, 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 Darling to Albin Street. I don't know what that means. Okay. Training until failure, is that a meme or legit? Okay, so body weight is different versus weights in the gym for training to failure. Okay, here's the reason why. So if you do push-ups max set every time, you're gonna get stronger. Okay, I never. Anytime we did like any kind of body weight stuff in gymnastics, they always said you want to push yourself, you go to the max. Okay, and then you're gonna recover 2 3 days later, and then your strength is gonna increase. So that's why in my workout videos I put as many reps as possible because everybody's physique and capabilities are different. Some people can do 10 push-ups easy. Some people it's difficult because they're starting out. However, if you only do not up to failure, you don't max out, is different than actual weights. So with body weight, you can max out. It's not going to cause you injuries or anything like that. You do a max set of push-ups, it's not going to hurt you versus you do 2 or 3 reps short of push-ups. Okay. So hey brother, how you doing? What's up, Louder? Hope you're having a good day. You look like you're 5'6". I'm not. I'm 5'4". I'm gonna be straight up with you. Best way to build triceps. Okay, good. Very good question. All right, so a couple tricep workouts I love. A couple of my favorite. This bro in the toilet. Dude, that's probably the funniest joke I heard all day. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, so a couple tricep workouts you could do. I'm gonna take this away. Cool. So my favorite is supersetting is chair dips. All right. So chair dips are one of my favorite to do for triceps. Okay. So you do as many sets as you can chair dips with your elbows in. Right after that, you superset that with elbows in push-ups. Okay. I'll give a demonstration. Okay. So like I said, there's a difference with when your elbows are going out versus elbows in. So you have your elbows in like that. Those kind of push-ups. So you do chair dips and then superset elbows in push-ups. Those are really good ways to build your triceps. That's one of the ways. I have plenty of arm workouts you can just check on my channel. You'll be able to see. They're usually in the thumbnail. I'm not 6'3", but thank you for the compliment. Y'all are hilarious. Okay. Any other questions y'all got? Shoot. Besides my height, how valuable are triangle push-ups? Oh, you mean diamond push-ups. So diamond push-ups are pretty damn good. Reason why, because when you have your hands together, it does the inner portion of your chest. Okay, so that's a very good way. It's also very good for triceps. So when you do diamond push-ups, right, you get a lot of tricep growth. So if instead of doing elbows in push-ups, right, you can do tricep. I mean, you could do diamond push-ups. Diamond push-ups is a very good for tricep activation. So it's very, very beneficial, okay? And especially if you superset that. So that's a very, very good question. I recommend. So I'm 305, 5'8", 19 years old. Which one of your videos should I watch? I'll do it now. Whichever one you want, honestly. It's whatever body part you want to do. You could do arms, legs, shoulders, whichever one you want to work out. So on my Never Gymless series from day 1 to 32, it doesn't matter how advanced you are. You can start at day 15, day whatever. It's just 32 days of different exercises I have for y'all. So that way you have a whole month of different exercises every single day so y'all don't plateau. And it's different body parts. So you can start whatever. It doesn't matter if you're beginner or advanced. Okay. Forearms. Are hammer curls enough? Hitting the brac mostly, right? Yes, yes. Hammer curls are mostly brachialis. You're right. Okay. For honestly though, for ultimate for forearms, I recommend cross body hammer curls. Okay. So yes, hammer curls are great, but cross body hammer curls you get more forearm strength. Okay. When we used to do hammer curls like this, okay, you do get brachialis, but honestly, the crossbody ones are ones I recommend better if you're gonna do weights. Get some. Are you too, brother? Anybody seen Anatoly videos? That dude is small, but he's stronger than all. Yes, yeah, we've all. Anatoly's hilarious. I love those videos. because he's a power lifter. Good, I subbed. Oh, you subbed. All right, cool, man. So it's time to do some push-ups for the new subscriber. Okay, cool. All right, so handstand. All right, so 5 more. I'm getting a shoulder workout in today. Make sure y'all see me. All right, cool. All right. 1, 2, 3, 5. Cool. All right, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. All right, cool. What do you recommend? Pike push-ups for traps? Yeah, pike push-ups are a good way. Right on, I'm switching up to cross curls. I subscribe. Okay, another one. Cool, gotcha. All right, here we go. Sure y'all see me. Cool. I think I might have to get some more camera, or like put some marks for like camera placement. Oh shoot, I dropped. My bad. Let me restart. That don't count. All right. 1. Cool. All right. Definitely getting handstand push-ups are a good way for shoulders. That's for sure. All right, cool. He's gonna be maxing out soon. Y'all there is. I saw. Oh my. Wait. Oh, it's another one. All right, cool. Great. Another sub. Gotcha. Thank you. Just making sure. Ah, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo. You just get a little bit of a head rush. All right. Definitely a workout for sure. Handstand push-ups are hell of a shoulder press. Yeah, that's right. Guys, calm down the subs. You can no. And it's better than the 30. Okay, doing 5 and every other time it's not bad, but the 31, that was a little bit challenging. Definitely. Did change your body change your dating life? Also, all right, we got 5 more. All right, thank you. You know, I appreciate the honesty. All right, cool. Make sure y'all see me. All right, cool. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, it did change my dating life. Okay. All right, cool. Drax perception. How tall are you? 5'4". Okay. I love all of the comments I'm getting from y'all. Y'all are hilarious. Okay. Awesome. So yeah, any questions y'all have, any more about fitness, let me know. Someone asked me earlier last stream, like what my personal fitness goals are. I want to be able to get very good at handstands. Someone even told me to try to like do one-handed handstands. I can't do that yet, but I'll try that next time. But if you were a gymnast at a young age and also in the army, then you were probably always jacked like this. No, not at all. Okay, so I wasn't in the army, but I was only a gymnast for 3 or 4 years. And plus I was in a car accident. I was in a car accident where I got shot through the windshield. I couldn't work out for 4 years. Okay, so yeah, when I had 3 broken ribs, I had back fractures, I had a punctured lung. There's no way I could work out. I couldn't work out for 4 years, so I lost all my muscle mass. So if I could do it, you could do it. I recovered from a car accident 4 years later, no muscle mass at all. I was on crutches for like 8 months, just walking at my job. And I had lost all my strength. It was 4 years of not working out. Okay, so I had no muscle mass, no strength, nothing, because I was just simply recovering. Even the broken ribs took a while to heal, and it wasn't, I think, till year 2 where I was finally able to sleep without pain. That was the brutal one. Sleeping without pain is such a blessing. Like, people have no idea. Okay. Is the bro split dead or still that? I don't know what the bro split is. You're gonna have to tell me. Damn, that's sad, man. Glad for your recovery. Thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, What are your other hobbies, if any? I like eating food. That's one of my favorites. I love trying different food places. You know, I tried a couple ramen spots recently. These sucked. Like you could make better ramen at home. Uh, I used to be really into video games and love watching anime. If you like anime and you want an anime physique, that's what the channel is for, guys. Uh, I would like to ask y'all in the chat. I asked this on my other stream. I got told like Vinland Saga is good. JJK is popular. What are some other animes that I'll recommend for me to watch? Because I love watching anime. All right. What do you think about Korean food? I've tried Korean food. Korean food's bomb. Like I like Korean barbecue is really I think is cool because you get a lot of bang for your buck. At least the Korean barbecue places I went to, it's all you can eat. So you basically just keep eating until you're done, and it's cool. You just cook your own food. The last Korean barbecue place I tried here next door with my buddy, it was different because they had a whole salad bar, but in the salad bar they had all these seasonings. They had tons of butter, like the whole, and this is called a salad bar, but those in salads just seasonings. So I thought it was pretty rad. Okay, Bleach is trash. Bleach is hell yeah, dude. Bro, so Bleach, I loved it and hated. I loved it when it first came out. I hated that we had to wait 10 effing years for the last season for Thousand Year Blood War. It was 10 years, bro. It's such a damn time, long time. Just like on Attack on Titan. I enlisted and joined the Marine Corps. The first season of Attack on Titan came out. After I got out 5 years or like 6 years later, then the second season was barely starting, so it was ridiculous. It was a time skip for anime. Crazy. You don't have to answer, but this is honest. I have real bad PID. I'm on a streak right now, really trying to get into working out to help boost libido and testosterone. Does it actually make benefits? Okay, so I don't know what PID is. To be real, yeah, I have no idea what PID is. I'll be honest. You're gonna have to explain that to me. I'm not making fun of you or anything. I simply don't know. Google. But to answer your question, yes, working out every day does increase your testosterone. It does help your libido. Okay, a lot of times people's like intimate time with their partner sucks because they're unphysically not fit. They have no stamina, so they can't go longer more than 5 hours. They can't even pick up their partner, so they have no strength, so they can't even have fun positions to do. So yes, being strong and physically fit is great for your libido time for your partner, things like that. Absolutely. And testosterone is very beneficial because working out does increase it. So it basically also helps, what's the word? It starts with a C, I'm trying to remember. Counteract cortisol and insulin. Okay, so basically when you have stress hit your system, whether you have a bad day at work, bad conversation, or some life thing happens to you where you get a bunch of cortisol, having higher testosterone helps counteract that. So that's another thing I wanted to tell y'all. If you have a bad day at work, bad life thing happen, or bad conversation with somebody, go work out. You're gonna feel 10 times better. Do some kind of form of physical exercise. It won't make your problems go away, but it'll help reset you and you'll feel 10 times better. You'll be like, okay, cool. I feel better. I got a win under my belt because I just got done working out, doing some kind of physical activity, and this is going to help reset. You're like, cool. So I handled one task challenge. I knocked out the way. The next problem I have, I'm going to find a solution for it. Dude, I cycle like 20 miles a day these days. My legs are maxed for real. Awesome. Congrats. Training legs will help you get your testosterone. Absolutely, yes. It'll help uh, with your growth hormone. Okay. Can you please give a shout out? Okay. Well, who do you want me to shout out? Your name? It's Kamunel. Kamunel? You might have to spell it how, dude. Have you played RE9? No, not yet. Oh, is that Resident Evil 9? Is that what RE means? Because I remember Resident Evil when it came out on GameCube. That was badass. Okay, Berserk. I haven't tried Berserk. Okay, so I'm remember Berserk. Bleach already seen. Okay. Bleach trash. Definitely shorter than 5. Yes, I'm 5'4". I'm not 5'8". I don't know what y'all are talking about. Thank you for your service. Absolutely, you're welcome. Damn, that's sad. Oh, y'all are hilarious. Yes, Resident Evil 9 is peak. Buy it. Okay, cool. All right, so I want y'all put ones in the chat if you think later on I want, because I'll gaming. I haven't gamed for years, you know. And I grew up with like Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, all of the old school ones, Sly Cooper. So type of one in the chat because I'm wanting to add gaming to the live streams. The ones that I have moving forward, I want to do half of them like Q&A, physical fitness to help y'all get an anime physique, and the other half in the stream like playing some kind of cool game y'all recommend. So Resident Evil 9 would be dope. You've never seen Berserker? No, I haven't seen any Berserker at all, actually. Erica Manuel. Okay, cool. All right, Erica, shout out to you. Oh, she said just Erica. All right, cool, Erica. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Yeah, dude, I'm a little old, you know, like the Crash Bandicoot days, you know, I like the PlayStation days, or you know, Croc and what are some old school games? There's a bunch of old school games. Cool, awesome. See, so I hate horror like movies. Why? Because my brain plays tricks on me and I get nightmares, and I can't. There's no solution I have for nightmares. Scary games I love, but they're freaking like they scare the fuck out of me, man. I remember even playing Gears of War. Like what was the Berserker? Like the very first Gears of War, I was playing late at night, and then the Berserker came out. Dude, it scared the shit out of me. Like I screamed and shit. It was not fun. Okay, you're a Marine veteran now. Yes, Manuel in Spanish. Cool. But yeah, scary games were terrifying, man. What was the other one? I think Dead Space. Space was freaking terrifying. Do you still play video games? Nah, I haven't played in a while. I'm gonna start back. That's why I want to start changing my streams to doing half Q&A, and they'll have something fun like we all can engage in the chat. Marines are badass. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a good day, Liv. Dead Space was scary. Yeah, I don't know. Resident Evil, honestly, I think it was Resident Evil 4, but I think they made a remake on it. Resident Evil 4 when it came out, dude, that scared the F out of me, man. There was like there was so much scary crap in that game. Like, and I was young at the time. Like, it was traumatic for me. A very great game, but dude, it was like not fun. Like when you could go around corners and get attacked. You know. Have you ever seen any action? Who's your favorite DBZ character? Okay, so I'm a big fan of Vegeta, man. I love Vegeta because his ego, his pride. You know, a bunch of reasons actually. Good game, yeah, awesome. All right, so yeah, Resident Evil 4's Goat is scary. Yeah, dude, when I played it when I was out on GameCube at the time, bro, I was watching my friend play it. I was like, dude, this. He asked me if I want to play. I was like, F no, bro. No, you go. You good. Like, it was just nuts. I remember, like, one scene, he was just walking, and, like, some zombie guy jumped off a balcony and just, like, literally just attacked him. I was like, oh my God, dude. My profile pic. Awesome. Growing up, I thought I was Goku, but now I realize I was Yamcha. Dude, bro. Nobody wants to be a Yamcha, man. Like, you get your girl taken, you get beat up all the time, you lose to a Sabi man. You know, at least be Krillin. You know, you could be Krillin. Don't be a Yamcha. Krillin's badass. Krillin's the real short king, man. You know, if there's hope for Krillin, there's hope for all of us. You know, you could be bald and still pull like Krillin. Krillin had some baddies, man. He had what was that other girl, Marin or whatever her name is? I'm trying to remember. It was a girl who looked like Bulma, but she had blue hair. Wolfang Fat. Yeah, it was crazy. Like, Yamcha learned how to do the spirit bomb, but his was completely different than Goku's. Yes, Marin was bad. Yeah, Krillin always was like he was going on. Yeah, dude. Now that we realize that Yamcha got no chicks, like I didn't see him go out with anybody. Krillin had multiple girlfriends. You know, it was hilarious. Krillin's a beast. Short King. Own your baldness and you're golden. Don't let it own. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, what else? What other animes I should watch in the chat? Y'all have to tell me. You know, we got Berserk and a couple other ones. I think making gains is one of the hardest parts. Like some of us don't have that big of an appetite. It's like forcing to eat at some point. I'm going to sleep, but you're cool, Brody. Thank you. I appreciate you too, man. Hope you have a good day. So Jamal, a good solution for you is liquid shakes. So yeah, you're not the only person where you have kind of have like to force yourself to eat. I completely get that. Sometimes there was one point where I was trying to hit like 32, 3,400 calories a day. It just literally was like taking a toll. I'd have to like wake up early, eat, to wait for stuff to digest. So it was like difficult me incorporating a lot of calories in. So the solutions I found out would be like liquid shakes or liquid calories, like protein shakes or some other kind of liquid stuff to be able to ingest it and digest it. Love for India. All right, awesome. Hope you're having a good day. Love to you too. Indian food's amazing, but dude, it's effing spicy, man. Oh my god, dude. Like I went to my buddy his Indian house. His mom cooked. I know it was the first time I had Indian food, and I wasn't like really ready for spiciness. Dude, I felt like Ben Stiller from Along Came Polly, bro. I was like sweating bullets, man. And he was like, "Is it good?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's I could barely even talk, bro. My throat all swelled up. And they were all just laughing at me, man. Him, his mom, his sister, they all just like, because I couldn't take it. It was freaking tough. I'm proud of you, brother. You should consider working out. Give the gym a try. It's really good for you. Help you get some. Dude, where else can I build muscle? Please tell me. I got biceps. I got triceps. I got shoulders. I got abs. I got obliques. What other muscles do you want? I got like traps. Where else do I need muscles? Please tell me. You know, I would love to hear from you. I should consider working out. You're right. I'm gonna start going to gym tomorrow. I remember when I first started working out, took forever to start getting gains, but don't worry, someday you'll see them. One day I hope to be like you, man. You know, this dude's built like Jimmy Neutron. Well, how about next time you get a board that can handle the Neutron style? Later, Nick. Love Jimmy Neutron, man. That was one of the hilarious. Drop the abs and obliques workout. Okay. I'm just, I know. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate a good troll. Okay. So, abs and obliques workout. Great. Great question. All right, cool. So, one is very slept upon. I'm going to talk to you all about. Okay. So, one that's really good for obliques would be side planks. Okay. So, side planks are very, very, let me see, make sure I got space. So, side planks are very good for obliques. Okay, basically you gotta make sure your arm is adjust to your body, and then you push your hips all the way up. You hold these about 30 45 seconds. Now if side planks start getting a little bit too easy for you, what you do is you lift the other leg up in the air. Okay, so you do that 35 45 seconds, and then you switch, basically switch and do the other side of obliques. Now if holding your leg up in the air is easy for you, you just do this back and forth. Okay, that can give you some balance and stability. All right, so that's for obliques. Okay, other abs. One is doing the vacuum. I talked about that on different live. Basically, blow your air out, and then you suck in your belly button, and you hold that about 10 to 15 seconds. If you can't do it standing up, if you do it on all fours, you can do the same thing. Another good ab workout, really slept on, is front planks. So do what's called a plank circuit. So you do about 30 seconds to a minute plank, front plank. Then you switch, do side plank, and then switch to the other side. So 30 45 seconds each, left side, right side, and then front is a good ab workout. If your abs aren't really to a big strong level where you're like, kind of like a beginner and you can't do planks because sometimes people's forearms hurt, what you can't do are what's called sit up or ab positions. Now workouts positions. Here's what I'll talk about. Okay, so a good one we did actually when I was a gymnast. You basically have your feet as close to your butt, and you push your hands on top of your kneecaps. You literally hold it as long as you can. You just practice breathing, and that's after about like 30 seconds to a minute. You're gonna start feeling it right here in your middle of your core. Okay. All right. So yeah, you hold it basically as long as you can. All right, that's one way. Another good position is, if your abs aren't too strong, is doing what's called a boat pose. Basically, you have either your hands underneath right here, right? You have 6 inches, so it's called half boat. You have your 6 inches up, and you hold that. That does your inner and then lower abs. Okay. Now, once that gets pretty easy for you, what you do is you put your hands behind your head. That's called a full boat pose. And then after like some time, your body will probably start like shaking a little bit. That's normal. It's completely normal. That's because your stability muscles are activating. You're not used to holding that. Those are a few simple abs exercises you can do if your abs are too strong or you're kind of not used to ab exercises. Another one that are really good for obliques that slept on are like heel touches, where you have your feet close and you basically just touch your heels back and forth like that. So those are a good short but sweet and simple ab exercise you can do. If you subscribe to my channel, I do have a bunch of ab workouts out there. There's abs, chest, arms, whatever you like. So just subscribe and you could go and do them on your own time. I hope that answers your question. Okay. Yes, I am 5'4". Cool. Bro, you build like a tank. What's your weight and height? Yeah, 5'4". Remember Jimmy Neutron gets buff? His style is so proud. Oh, you mean when he was like orange? Yes, I do. I do remember that. It's kind of he was a beast, bro. Hell yeah. I watch him from Northampton, England. Awesome. Hope you're having a good day, Dale. Awesome. So yeah, if y'all have any more questions, please let me know. But yeah, those are some uh good app things you can do. Uh I think that pretty much answers all the questions so far. If y'all have any other ones, please let me know. You know, how to lose weight, how to build more muscle. So I have problems figuring out if my body is straight or not while I do push-ups. Are there any tips? Okay. Do you mean like straight back, where your like back is in the straight position? Okay. So one easy way is have a friend or family member like stare at you. Okay. To make sure your back is straight. I'm trying to think. Push-ups to me. Okay. Here's a good answer to your question. Very easy. You can make sure your back is straight. What you're gonna do, this might be crazy. You're gonna take your phone out. You're gonna put your camera where you can see yourself, and then you just literally look and watch to see if your back is straight. Just like the way I'm doing and talking to you now. Just take your phone out, do the same thing, do the reverse mirror. That way you can see if your push-ups are good, or if your back is straight, if your hips are too low or too high. There you go. You have your phone as your answer if you don't have a person. And then just watch. Same way I just did it, you could do it too. Hope that helps. No problem. Absolutely. Here to help. And that way you can, correct your own form. Awesome. Assassin's Dwarf build. That's still one of the funniest comments I got today. Versus the other one where people are like, is the dude on the toilet. Are you a personal trainer? No, I'm not a personal trainer. I thought about personally training, honestly, but the reason I want to grow this platform and help y'all and help everybody else around the world is because if I did personal training, I can only help maybe 5 to 20, 30 people a month. That's it. Me doing this and putting time out, videos, and doing lives with y'all, I'm able to help out thousands and thousands of people. Okay, right now we already hit 500 subscribers. That's 500 people. I can't help 500 people being a personal trainer at once. There's just no way. There's only one of me. Okay, so the purpose of my channel, guys, I want to help change the world and help all y'all get physically fit and get anime physiques, without you spending money on gym membership. Also, it's great for mental health. I used to have bad addiction problems. I used to have bad diet problems. Getting fit literally saved me. Literally, I used to have a lot of bad, crazy, depressing thoughts, and then I listened to a lot of workout videos. Just say, listen, just go work out. You're gonna feel 10 times better. It's amazing for mental health. Hey, how you doing, Kyle? Hope you're having a good day. So low weight, high reps, or heavy weight, low reps for muscle building? Okay, so this is a very good question. So lower weight, high reps is what from the research I've done is to gain more mass. Higher weight, lower reps will also get mass, but you're also going to get more strength and power. Okay, so a lot of the research I've done, like about 12 to 15 reps is where you get more muscle growth. Higher weight, lower reps is more strength, but you're also going to get size. So honestly, I think it's basically personal preference. I don't think there's a simple correct answer because I think that's like an opinionated question. Because I used to do 8 to 10 reps all the time, and I'll get strong and I'll get pretty big. But then I started doing 12, 15 reps on certain exercises, and that also got me more muscle. So I really think it depends on what you're used to. And then once you plateau, then you change the workout. Okay. Like that's basically progressive overloading. If you do 8 to 10 reps and then you change that weight to 12, 15 reps, you're going to get stronger, even though the weight's the same because it's more reps. Okay. Variation is the key to shot. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And test injection. No, no, don't do any. Keep muscles guessing and do both. Yes. So you advise to hit the gym to regulate your nervous system, right? No, you don't need to. You just work out. Absolutely. Just just doing physical exercise at home is enough to regulate your nervous system. Okay. No, I'm just saying when you're having mental problems, things go work out. I don't mean go work out in the gym. I mean do another form of physical exercise. For example, jogging, doing jumping jacks, jumping on a trampoline. You know, when I mean go work out, I don't mean go work out in a gym. I mean go work out and do a physical activity for nervous system problems. Okay. What would your Kamehameha sound like? I don't know. So this is a pretty funny topic. I'm pretty sure all of us have tried to do a Kamehameha when you're on the toilet because this is like the perfect, you know, perfect stance. You know, so yes, that should answer all the questions so far. Dumbbells crush skull crushers. In your opinion, are they best on the bench or the floor? Okay, so that was a very interesting question. So I did dumbbell skull crushers uh, on the floor, right? But then I haven't done dumbbell skull crushers on the bench. I did barbell skull crushers. Okay, so to me, I was more preferred of doing barbell skull crushers than dumbbell skull crushers, but both are equally good. They're both amazing. I think it's personal preference. For if you do weightlifting at the gym, I think it's personal preference. You find out the workouts that you like that you're going to be consistent with. Versus if you try 10 different machines, 10 different days, and you're not consistent, you're not going to really stick with it. You got to find stuff you like. Like me, I was a big fan of supersetting when I used to go to the gym a lot more instead of doing home workouts, like supersetting barbell curls with skull crusher barbells. What would you rather be, WSM or Olympic? What's WSM? Olympic champ. Yeah, what's WSM? I don't know what WSM is. I have no idea. Okay. And also, if you already subscribed, make sure you put in the chat that you subscribe because I do handstand push-ups, 5 for each new subscriber. Okay. Arnold. Okay, Arnold Classic winner or World's Strongest Man? Hmm. That's a very good question. So I mean, no one's ever asked me that before. So, hmm. You know what? If I probably had the opportunity, I'd probably try both because both are crazy. Like the world's strongest man competitions, those are nuts. Like I remember I saw one video like where they were picking up the Atlas stones. Don't I can't do that because I'm freaking 5'4", man. Some of the plateaus they have to put up is like taller than me. So I'm like, how the hell am I gonna lift the Atlas stone above my head? You know. So I guess probably the Arnold Classic because it's something I'll probably be able to do. But I think it'll be fun to compete. I feel like both are equally bad for your body. you know. So yes, I mean, even Sebum put the like, hey, bodybuilding isn't specifically good for you because it, especially in the end when you're cutting, you're dehydrating your body just to look very, very good for one specific day, you know. But you bounce back. Honestly, the human body is amazing. If is capable of making and progressing amazing. Okay, once you get very good at running, you could get good at swimming. Once you get good at swimming, you could get good at mountain biking. Once you're good at mountain biking, you could do a triathlon, which is running, swimming, and mountain biking. So the body is humanly amazing to do whatever kind of training you do. Really think about taking trim. Please give me advice on how much to take. I don't take trim. I never have and never will. You know, instead of taking trim, do supersets. Superset your workouts and get protein. There you go. That's all the steroids you need. Okay. So yeah, I'll never condone taking steroids, things like that, because honestly, you don't need it. You just need to have discipline, you know, stay consistent, take high protein meals, and do it. That's about it, really. Supersetting workouts. Supersets is what takes you to the next level. Honestly, I learned that from my friends who are special forces. That's why I got like much bigger arms and chest just by supersets. Is it 2 a.m. where you are? That's wild. Yes, it is 2:35. Yes, the gear usage is insane in both. Weight cutting and bodybuilding is as bad as hell, but world's strongest man is straight scary with the shit they do. Yeah, dude, it's they do some insane competitions. Definitely insane. Okay, what's a superset? Superset is combining two workouts, one right after another, and resting afterwards. Like for example, if you do wide push-ups with chair dips and then you rest, instead of doing wide push-ups and then resting 3 or 4 sets and then moving up. So it's two exercises back to back. So, like for example, doing squats and jumping jacks right after each other and then resting after both. That's what superset means. So like push-ups and bench press one after another and then you rest. You don't rest in between workouts. You do one after another. Now, just be mindful. If you start supersetting you haven't done before, you're going to get a lot more fatigue. That's normal because it's a whole different kind of workout. You know, supersetting like push-ups with bench press and then resting afterwards, you're going to get a lot more fatigue. Okay, but that's normal. That's fine. The reason why also why people superset is because you get more time under tension. So, like doing two chest workouts back to back and then resting to 60 to 90 seconds is where you get a lot more muscle growth. Okay. Those pecs are insane. Can you bounce them? Terry Crews, baby. I wonder if this could be like my interview for Old Spice, you know? Come at me, bro. Did you build your physique with calisthenics or weights? Mostly calisthenics, yes. Especially after my car accident. It was very painful. Like I couldn't even do anything weight because my body was in still a lot of pain and recovering. So yes, that's my whole purpose of my channel, guys, to help y'all get an anime physique in the comfort of your home without spending money on gym membership. You could get all my physique and your physique just by doing calisthenics at home. Honestly, true. Are you good? Are you any good at calisthenics? Yeah, a little bit, kind of. Can you do one arm pull up? Well, I don't have a pull up bar, so I think I'm not sure. Oh yeah, by the way, I've even got told like, do you eat pizza? Yes, I do. Okay, so I do like to eat pizza, not every day. So here's another thing I'm gonna give you a life hack, guys. If you work out every single day, 365 days a year, you can have a cheat meal whenever you want. Honestly, it's because of the consistency. If you have a cheat meal or cheat day, which we've had cheat days before, we're all human, having one day bad versus 365 good days, it's okay. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Okay. I love pizza, especially DiGiorno's. I had pizza actually I think like 2 days ago with my mother. Yeah, so I got a little DiGiorno's pizza and I love I'm a big pizza fan. I love popcorn. You know, I don't really eat dirty all the time, but I do have. I'm human. Sometimes I want to have a little ice cream with my girlfriend. You know, sometimes I want to go to the movies. I'll literally make a bullshit just to go to the movies. Even watch a movie I hate just to eat popcorn. I love popcorn. Popcorn is like one of my kryptonites. Okay, full push up or bottom. Okay, wait. Full push ups or bottom half reps with focusing tension on your chest and pull ups. Oh, so you're talking about static holds. All right. So you could do both. You could do, max set of push-ups and then as a finisher, push-up holds. So I recommend do both because that's a very good question. Working your static and stability is different than actual reps. Unless you do the push-up slow, like 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2. That will help with stability and static, but just holding static is different. So this is actually a very good question. Also, do you have to eat a lot more to gain size? Yes, absolutely. Drink vodka? No, not anymore. I quit drinking a while back. I just kind of got tired of it. I used to drink for many, many years. Bad. Okay. Yes, you do have to eat a lot more to gain size. Okay, so we can talk about that real quick. So for you to gain a good amount of size, okay, you need to have high protein and good amount of calories. Okay, you got to be what's called at a surplus. Surplus means you have more calories than your maintenance. Okay, reason why for high protein, very, very important. Two reasons. One is for your regeneration and recovery. Okay. Two is for your growth. Shoot, I forgot I have to do a G backwards. G backwards. Okay, growth. Okay, so you need protein. Why? For you regenerate, so you don't have problems. Actually, I'll move this way. So yes, you absolutely need to have high calories and high protein, especially if you want to gain or grow any kind of muscle. All right, it's very important because it doesn't matter if you do a million push-ups, you don't have enough calories and protein, you're not going to grow. Okay, it's very, very important. Any kind of muscle, you need to have high protein, high calories. Now, this leads to another question. Let's say if you're trying to tone up, like you're trying to lose weight but keep your muscle mass, that's why you also need to have high protein. Otherwise, your body does what's called cannibalism. Your body is basically saying, "Hey, I'm not getting enough protein. I need to find a way." So what your body does is if you don't have enough high protein and you barely have enough calories, the it's going in survival mode. So your body is like very smart. It's like, hey, I gotta make sure I don't die. So it started to take away the muscle mass that you have just to survive. But when you're cutting, high protein keeps your muscle mass, so it keeps your muscles full, and then it starts taking the fat away and use it as energy. Okay. So this is a good question. All right, cool. I'm 155, want to be 175, but I'm worried I'll gain too much fat. So what you can do is called lean bulk. You do lean bulk. So it's going to be a slower process, okay? Slower process is where your surplus is slightly above versus dramatically above. So doing a lean bulk that's how I did. I did a lean bulk myself, is where you want to keep your muscle, but you also want to keep your abs. Because why? I used to be very self-conscious in the mirror. Like every time I gained any kind of fat, I was like, man, dude, I hated bulking. I never wanted a dirty bulk. I was just like, I want my abs year round. Okay. So you do what's called a lean bulk. Okay. Just you can eat clean, but your surplus is just a little bit higher than your maintenance. So that'll be the solution for you. I had a friend think she was too skinny and wanted curves, so she went ham on junk food and gained weight, but that's not a way to do it. Yes, you're right. I don't know what kind of nutritionist you might be, if at all, but I have a theme for Pepsi. Will soda kill gains? Yes, it will. Here, soda is gonna cause you to get fat. It's gonna basically, you might get some muscle, but you're also gonna get a lot of fat all around. So there's a difference between having muscle and definition. Okay, good example is like, hey, you see, I have defined muscles because I don't have a lot of fat over it. Soda, and I can 100% speak from experience. Soda used to give me a gut. Like I would walk around, just walking around like this. Yeah, I had abs, but I was just bloated. I look like pregnant. So soda absolutely is terrible. It doesn't help your gains at all. It's literally just sugar. A good way to, I guess, I could consider soda is, let's replace the word soda with alcohol. Both dehydrate you. Both aren't good for you. Neither build your mass. Both are bad for you. So why would you take either? That's a good way to put it. Yeah, it tastes great. Don't get me wrong, dude. And personal experience, I used to be addicted to Mountain Dew and Dr. Pepper. But neither are gonna help you achieve your goals. It also slow down your goals because after you drink a lot of soda, uh, you're gonna have to work 10 times harder to burn off the soda you drink. Okay, it's like if you eat clean, and then you throw a bunch of sugar all over your clean work. It's pointless. Okay, but if you have difficulty, like if you're addicted, because soda is very addicting. Anything sugary is very addicting. I'll be honest. Switch to like Pepsi Zero. I recommend that's like your first thing. Switch to Pepsi Zero is not as bad as drinking regular soda. Okay. What if my goal is to enjoy a delicious Mountain Dew? I guess drink Mountain Dew. Okay. My maintenance is 3,300 calories and I'm eating 2K. Will I lose muscle? Still strength training also. Hello again. Hello, how you doing, Christian? So it depends if your protein's high. If you're trying to if you're at a deficit of about 1,000, you got to make sure your protein is higher. Your protein is to whatever your maintenance is supposed to be, if not more. Okay, so if you're trying to cut down, you have to have high protein. If you're That's how bodybuilders and a lot of other people keep their size. They have high protein. So even if they lower their calories and they lower their carbs, their high protein is what keeps your muscle retained. Well, so yes, strength you possibly could lose though because you're not having as many carbs because carbs are energy as well. So possibly. In your opinion, abs come from diet or training? If so, what are exercises are best for core? Okay, so very good question. So it's diet and training. Okay, and I can go into specifics of that for abs. All right. So for people who don't train abs, we'll act like I'm talking to rookies, people who don't know anything about training or anything like that. Okay. So here's the reason why you need to train abs. And abs is one of the things you could do every day. You should be training abs every day. Okay. One is for definition. So you need to train your abs so they're defined. That way they have good definition and they're visible. The other reason is size. Okay. So if you never train your abs, they're not going to be able to be shown. If I never trained any abs, you don't see your muscle. It's just like arms. If you don't train your arms, they don't grow. They're not really showing. So yes, definition and size is why you should be training your abs every day. Then we're going to talk about diet. Yes, diet is part of your abs. However, it's basically it goes in ties with definition and size. So you need to have diet because if you don't train your abs, like for example, if your diet's good, but you don't train your abs visible. It's like a regular person who eats clean. Most regular people aren't big, aren't jacked, they don't have a lot of muscle. Okay. Oh shoot, I'm at 1%, guys. Hold up a second. Gotta grab my charger. 1 second. What? See if I can make it in time. Here we go. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Made it. Alright, hold up a second. I gotta get my tripod. Cool. Alright, so back to what we're talking about. Yes. So Diet and exercise are both. Because if you want your abs to be visible and you want them to have definition, sure, I gotta find a way to this cord. You got to do both. Yeah, I'm gonna just do this for now. Cool. All right. What are you gonna do for St. Patrick's Day? Or I'm guessing, what's a healthy meal? There's a bunch of healthy meals out there, y'all. Steak and eggs are base, yes, delicious. One. Bro is just saying stuff. Pogo. Huh. Do you coach or are you willing to? Calories or calories? That's completely wrong. Okay? You can have empty calories that don't have anything beneficial. For example, soda. You can't sit here and tell me, oh yeah, I drink a bunch of soda, I'm gonna get a bunch of muscle, I'm gonna look good. No. Whoever's telling you calories is bullshit. You know, it's 100%. You could get empty calories. Alcohol, beer, all that's empty calories. If calories are calories, how come people who eat like pigs, who drink like crazy, who eat sweets, who how come those people aren't jack and ripped if calories are calories? Exactly. You know, if that was all true, if calories are calories, everybody would always look like they're in good shape. Okay? We wouldn't have any obese people if calories are calories. Okay? Soda is horrible for you. Yes, absolutely. I love chicken and fish. Great. They eat more calories. Yeah. Yeah, but if okay, let's say I drink 2,000 calories of soda, and versus having 2,000 calories of steak, eggs, and vegetables. Am I going to have the same results? Of course not. You'd be absolutely stupid to tell me, hey, 2,000 calories of soda is the same as 2,000 calories of steak and eggs. So no, that's terrible mindset. Okay, I hope you're not telling people that. I love human. Oh, that's gross. What would training core help you get abs before reaching a super body fat? Yes, it will, because you'll get them more defined, and they're also going to be more big. Okay, size it will training abs will build your size, so they'll look better, and doing consistently will get you definition. Okay, all right. Do a Q&A. Do a Q&A, bro. People want to know about you. SRT Mobbin. Dude, I've been doing Q&As the last like hour and 2 hours and 30 minutes. Literally, people have been asking me all types of questions. Awesome. What ab workouts do you have work for you? If you subscribe my channel, literally do look at the ab workouts. There's plenty y'all can choose from. Those are the ones that work for me. If you subscribe channel and then look at the videos I have, those are all work. Okay. But guys, I have to get done with this live. Right now it's already like almost 3 in the morning. Excuse me. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially the new subscribers. Welcome. I hope y'all having a good day. Really quick, guys. Tomorrow, I want to know what kind of live you want me to do. Tell me if you want me to talk about chest or legs. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you want me to do a live about chest. Put a 2 in the chat if you want me to do legs. Okay, chest. Okay, put a 1 in the chat. 1 or 2. You can do Hindu push-ups. Yes, actually, 2. All right, I see. We need some more responses, guys, because right now it's even. All right, I guess we're gonna do legs. All right, yep. So that's gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna do legs. We're gonna do a live stream about legs, which is very, very good. What state you in? South Carolina. Okay, awesome. Leg day. Yeah, we're gonna talk about awesome ways to build calves, leg endurance, and building legs. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff I want to talk about. It's very, very good. Okay, leg day is gonna be great. I have a bunch of leg advice I could give y'all, especially for cardio, even like 10-minute workouts y'all could do to basically get shredded using most of your legs to like do a lot of fat burning. Okay. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you. I love y'all. Thank you so much for all new subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yesterday we hit the goal of 500. Next goal is 1,000. So please, thank you so much. How to do Hindu push-ups, please. Well, I'm about to end the live, but you could just YouTube it and they'll tell you how to do Hindu push-ups. Okay. There's a bunch of videos for that. Okay. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna have to end this. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow about same time. And I hope y'all have an amazing day. Make sure you drink your water, eat clean, and do some kind of exercise. Go work out. Okay. I hope y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow.